According to Leanie, coffee's king. Cigs in hand, she does her thing. Maggie's got the jokes we know. Together we are ready for the show. Chats on fire, the crowd goes wild. Maggie's quips just drive me wild. Leanie's love for Java steams. We're living out our crazy dreams. On a coins of Leanie, life's no lie. Sip that coffee, watch time fly. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Subscriptions climbing, views so high. Leanie's truth, it makes us cry. Maggie's got that wit so quick. We tune in daily for our fix. Community that stands so strong. Laughing, chatting all day long. From sunrise to the longest nights. Leanie's tales put out our lights. On a coins of Leanie, life's no joke. Spark that cig and take a toke. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Subscriptions come and views so high. Leanie's truth, it makes us cry. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show is always near. On a coins of Leanie, life's no loud. Maggie's quips just drive me wild. Leanie's love for Java steams. We're living out our crazy dreams. On a coins of Leanie, life's no lie. Sip that coffee, watch time fly. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Best damn show is always here. The best damn show is always near. She started off observing. She kept to herself her wording. She saw the need for a friend indeed to all of those deserving. She travels the world through your eyes. She listens and sometimes cries. She wants to know what makes you whole and cares without disguise. According to Leanie, she welcomes you here. A laugh, a song, sometimes a tear. A friend, a foe, a stranger. Your life story, your moments of glory. You're sad, you're happy, your dreams and no worries. She wants to know the ins and outs of all of you here. According to Leanie, according to Leanie, she welcomes you here. A laugh, a song, sometimes a tear. A friend, a foe, a stranger. Your life story, your moments of glory. You're sad, you're happy, your dreams and your worry. She wants to know the ins and outs of all of you here. According to Leanie, she wants to know what it is all about. According to Leanie, you're welcome here while we all just figure life out. So sit back and yak, smile and laugh, have a cup or two. Leanie is coming on right now and she welcomes you. Let's hear life according to Leanie.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Maggie May. How's everybody doing? Thank y'all so much for joining us. Can you guys hear me? It's good to see you guys. Thank you for coming. Lizzo, hello. Thank you for coming in. Anne, hello, hello. Thank you so much, Lizzo, for doing that modding thing. Yeah, y'all please hit the like. That's all we ever ask is just that the likes get hit. So thank you so much for that. I'm sorry I was running a little bit late. I've got some stuff going on in my personal life, and I'm trying to put all that together too. So I am a little bit late, and I'm sorry about that. So sorry. Miss Barbara, hello, my sweet, sweet mama. Um,
Oh
I
my
hope
God, I'm
everybody's good.
talking. I never even have.
Were you
Oh
talking the
my
whole
God.
time?
Yeah,
It figures.
I'm going, hello, ladies. Hello, Leanie. How are you? And Leanie's just carrying on, so I just left you.
We expect nothing less
Oh
from
my
our little
God.
gnome.
I know. I know. You know me
Did you get
so well.
everything today that you were supposed to get done?
Yes.
Good,
All
good,
sorted. I'm
good.
just tired. I was falling asleep in the chair then, and I looked and it said 8:27. I went, shit!
You were
Get the
shit.
laptop on it. I said, shit! And then grabbed the laptop and the headphones.
Oh, girl, we'll get some coffee. I'm gonna get me some coffee. We gotta wake up because y'all, my mind went in a kind of uh different place today. And I was like, wait, what? What is happening? I actually watched part of somebody's boom moment. You know, they like their boom moments out there in YouTube. And I was like, wait just a second here. Um, let me look into this and see what all I know and what I don't know. And I did, and there's so much I didn't know. I actually found it's it's amazing. You look over those you read out the documents, right? Um and then you could go back and read them a week or two, a couple days, a month, and then you're like, holy shit, why didn't I see that?
Is
That's
that
just
because things get added on? Or just
no,
because you just.
not in the documents that already been filed through the court. They're not yeah, they would have to totally resubmit something.
Okay.
I got to have a cigarette right quick. I think I'm fixing to have a hot flash. I just felt all the blood move, and I got out of breath a little bit, and I could feel the hot flash coming right now. I'm super excited about it.
God, girl, I didn't think you'd still have them, Lee.
I don't have them. I used to have like God, so many a day. But every now and then not every now and then, I probably have about 2 or 3 a week. And I just have to go stick my head in the freezer usually to get through them. And then
Ooh.
after they're done, man, it just
Yeah.
wipes me out. It feels like I ran a marathon, and y'all know I ain't running anywhere. Shit. Those running days are over with a capital O. You better get a coffee, girl. Don't you be yawning in my ear like that.
I want to see how long it takes you to yawn. I love
No.
the gang of chat all yawning. Guys, listen, if anyone yawns in front of you, have you ever been trying to yawn and you put your hands over your mouth because you're trying not to?
Even when you talk about it, it makes you want to yawn.
I know. It's like when someone you have you ever looked, listen, I'm weird with the things that I look at on YouTube. Have you ever looked at someone who's got head lice?
What?
And listen, go and watch a head lice video and tell me that you don't scratch your head to pieces.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God. I'm itching now. I'm itching my head. I'm already
You get
doing
the
it.
hibby jibbies. That's the hibby jibbies. That's
Ooh,
the hibby jibbies.
a hippy
That
jibby.
it kind of creeps you out, and you're itchy now, and you're just like, ugh, that kind of
God,
feeling.
as soon as you see them crawling up there, oh no. Oh God. I
I
just
wonder
don't know how
what
they
it
can
is.
let it get that far.
What is it that makes when you see somebody yawn? What is why is that a natural reaction for most people to yawn as well?
I
So it
don't
has
know.
to
They said
be,
if someone's yawning, it's very hard not to yawn.
then it has to be psychological
I'm sure
because it's
something
not
was mentioned about
contagious.
it on the behaviour panel. If someone yawns, I'll have to look it up. Let me look it up. Hold on. Let me look on my phone. Hold on. Give us a second. I'll find out now.
Okay. I want to sit in front of Bryan Kohberger and yawn and just see if he has that reaction to me or if he's just looking right through me. That would be interesting. Maybe no, because you could see someone sitting across the room if they yawn. You'll yawn.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Hearing or seeing someone yawn can trigger contagious yawning, likely due to a combination of factors related to empathy, social mirroring, and brain function. See that, guys? She had no empathy for me. She just went, "Shut up, Maggie. Stop yawning. Go and get yourself a cup of coffee." Did you see that? Just so you know. Studies suggest that this phenomenon is linked to mirror neurons, which activate when we see someone perform an action and make us want to imitate it. Additionally, contagious yawning may reflect a form of social bonding and synchronized group behavior. Here's a more detailed explanation. Mirror neurons are specialized brain cells that fire both when you perform an action and when you observe someone else performing the same action. This activation can lead to the automatic imitation of actions, including yawning, according to museums Victoria website. And it goes on and goes on and goes on. So I
So it
still can't
does.
work. So all I got was there's no empathy. That's all my brain's took in, that
That's
you
it.
have no
You
empathy
just
for
you
me.
went straight to the negativity of
Straight
it.
to the negativity, and God forgive you. That's all I'm saying, Lee.
It
Carry
sounds a
on.
lot to me like when you're working closely with women or you're connected to women in some way, like somehow you end up getting on the same cycle as them. And it doesn't take long.
Well, how
Have you guys
long
ever
have you?
had that happen
Yeah,
where you
well,
work with females and all of a sudden, boom, you guys are all on the same damn cycle?
I know if I've been mates with someone for so long, like, I mean, when you were younger, you probably had your mates all the time, but as you get older with us all, we don't. But when you're with someone all the time, you start picking up their ways, even the way they say things,
Yeah.
and you don't realize until, yeah, it's. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, because somebody will say, "Oh, you sound just like this person." Oh,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
reminded me
yeah.
of this person when you said that. Yeah,
Yeah. Why?
I could see
Well,
that.
yeah. Why are you talking like that? What? Where'd you? What? Oh, yeah. That's probably the same thing, is it? I don't know.
Probably. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
we just play
It's.
like we're smart
Oh,
on here.
I
We're
know.
just
I'm
trying to
perfect.
figure it out as we go along too,
Well,
y'all.
we said I used to be able to make my dog sneeze by fake sneezing.
Really? Who
I
said
don't
that? I'm
know.
not standing
B.
by the
Come on,
computer right
B.
now.
B.
B said
Inspiration.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I honestly, I'm gonna need to get this dog to wake up because she's asleep in the corner now. And if I
Well,
don't wake
because
her
you're yawning and
like
she's
I
yawning
did,
over there too.
she will be awake all night and want to play. Jessica, wakey, wakey. Come on.
Now, none of my dogs or cats have ever reacted to me sneezing, except for little
No.
girl. Every time I sneeze, she comes running and she
Oh.
just stands there and stares at me and then she'll give up and give me a hug. And I'm like, you usually don't just sneeze once. You at least
Well,
sneeze 2 times, but usually 3.
yeah.
And she always comes right to me, but she doesn't do it to Beefcake.
I scream when I cry. But tell me this, sneeze. Oh, God, I scream when I sneeze. Tell me this, how do your dogs react when you cry?
Oh, Newt, Anichka doesn't. Cheyenne used to be right with me all the time. Newt definitely knows he will not leave my side. He'll lay his
Yeah.
head on my knee or something like that, or lean against me and lay his head over on top of me. Anichka's sitting over there going, "Bitch, get over yourself."
Oh,
So it's just with Anichka, it's just the sneezing. She
Jessie will
just
come and lie on my chest and want to lick my face. She just comes and lies. She just doesn't like it at all. It's funny, she'll stop, stand up and look at me for a while first and think, you can tell she's like weighing it up, what's going on with my mum basically. And then she'll come and lie on me and that makes me worse.
let's see. Hello to everybody who jumped in here. Thank you for being here, Bees Lunch Lady. Who else did I miss? JB, Crazy Hillbilly. Joni. Did I miss anybody?
I'm
April.
doing
Hello, sweetheart.
MJD said that
MJT.
Anne's place. Let's have a look who else. Lizzo. Um Barbara Smith's there. Oh, Barbara. And I'm sure I've seen. Is it Katie
April,
Connection?
I'm sorry to hear that. April says that she just lost her fur baby last week. Oh, honey.
Oh, April.
We were just talking
Oh,
about that this morning about
yeah, we
just
were.
losing our babies, and it's
Oh,
tough.
sorry,
So
April.
we send you a lot of love. A
Yeah.
lot of love. There's,
We're all little dog lovers and cats lovers, and we all love our animals.
and their
At the end of the
family.
day. Oh, definitely. Oh,
Lunch Lady, pardon me. I think Lunch Lady actually put a new you guys, if I sound like I'm distracted, Beefcake is over at his parents' house, and so he's been texting me stuff that's been going on. But anyway, so I'm handling two things at once. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. I thought it was a flare up of pancreatitis, went to the vet and had to put her down before it ruptured. Oh, God bless you, honey.
God.
We all understand that. We've been together for over a year now, and so many of us have lost pets during this time, and we've all been here together when we've lost them. And it's good to be around people who are animal lovers too, and they understand, because I'm not going to lie to you. I've always had animals, but I never had a connection, like a connection, until Cheyenne came along. And I think it was because of the reason why she came
Was
into my
that,
life.
like, when you
Yeah.
say you never had a connection, was the dog never solely yours?
No, they were solely mine, but
That
it
you
was,
did everything for, fed,
I,
watered them,
yeah,
took them.
yeah,
No,
but I wasn't connected to them like spiritually or mentally or anything like that, like
yeah,
I didn't spend, like Cheyenne, I spent every waking moment I could with her. I was always
yeah,
training her. I was always loving her. Everything she did was the cutest thing. Like, we just so bonded.
yeah,
And I remember my daughter, before she had, because it took her 10 years to have a baby, and she had dogs until then, and she was so like, "Oh, mom, I can't stay. My baby's been home by himself for too long. I gotta go." And I'm just like, "It's a dog." And she's like, "Don't say that. It's my baby." And I never understood it until Cheyenne. And now I'm
yeah,
like that with all of my animals, all of them.
yeah,
So I get it. I get it. So I'm glad that I went through all that before I met y'all, because you guys have been closer to animals much longer than I have. We're gonna have to start soon, because I've got quite a few things opened up here. So I thought about going back over the PCA and going back into the 5 different times that we can see that Dylan actually spoke to the police. So I was doing some research on that, and I was listening to something in the background on the TV. And I thought about this the other day. I was like, why the hell haven't we heard from Bethany? What bothered me is everybody's calling the people who believe that the roommates had something involved in it. They're not calling for Bethany's head. They're just calling for Dylan's head. And I'm thinking to myself, and I've been thinking this way for a little while, Like, why are we only blaming Dylan? Why is she the drug dealer? Why is she this? Why is she that? Because they were both in on it, right? They were both there for all those hours and neither one of them called the police. So why? And then so I started thinking about it, got to play devil's advocate with it. And I was like, well, it's because more came out about Dylan, right? Um, I do think out of the two, I could be wrong, but I do think out of the two, Dylan was more of the party girl. She was more of a social presence. Bethany had more of a romantic life. So she had a boyfriend and she was, I'm not saying she didn't party. I'm not saying nothing like that, but I'm just saying she seems older than her age. Do you get that, Maggie? Just from what we know about Bethany? Okay, thank you for your input. Anyways, so when I was trying to pull back up through the court documents, just to go back over and stuff, because I'm so tired of hearing, that Dylan's story's changing and she only mentioned the bushy eyebrows into the third interview with the police and stuff like that. And so that's what I was gonna do. And then I just started hitting I saw Lunch Lady say hit the like. So that's where the word came from. But then I started thinking about Bethany again, and I was like, hold on a minute. We haven't talked about Bethany. So let me try to find every little thing that I can on Bethany. Plus, Dylan was the one who saw the intruder, correct. But April, do you remember back in the day? I don't know how long you guys have been following this, and this is what I'm going to say this once time, real quick before I forget it. That be careful of some of the people and information that you're getting on this, because some of the creators did not jump on the Idaho 4 case until it got closer to trial, so they weren't watching it the whole way through. So a lot of stuff that they're trying, that they're claiming happened, it's already been debunked a year ago, right? So figure out how long, look through their playlists and stuff like that. Figure out how long they've been following this, because all they're doing is putting the doubt that we already had and dealt with before we had all the evidence that we have now. So that's all I'm going to say. You do what you want to do. You believe what you want to believe, but make sure that you're listening to someone that had like you. Wouldn't it be odd that I would jump into I never followed the Summer Wells case. So imagine me at this point jumping into Summer Wells with you guys. You guys would be like, Lainey, knock it off. That happened a year and a half ago. We've already debunked that. We're past that. We've got new information. We've got this, and this. Like, you're way behind. So that's all I'm going to say
I
about
did
that.
say,
Because,
Lee, I was I was still on mute, so I was talking. All my input was I think Dylan gets mentioned more because she was the one that seen him, so it
yeah.
just focused on her.
What's going on with Joni? I did not see what's going on with Joni. Something going on with Joni? Why can't I see Joni?
No, she says, "Wake up, Maggie," and I said, "Shut up, Joni. I forgot to unmute."
Oh, okay. All right. So that turned me. And so I did some digging, not about I didn't go into like trying to find her life prior to the murders. I just didn't do that. Not at this point. Because I don't want it to sound like that I'm re-victimizing, the living victims. I don't believe they had anything to do with it. I do believe that prosecution, that there's a lot that they're holding tight to the things that Bethany has told them, and I'm going to prove it to you through documents. I do think that everything that Bethany has said to them is being held really, really tight. Because I think that it's going to make things make sense. The good thing about going to trial is when you watch stuff like this for years, and you're just like, damn it, just get to trial. Everything that doesn't make sense just starts to begin to make sense. Because they put it all into a ball for you, right? That's just what I think. So, let's start off there. And like I said, I'm going to prove to you why I believe, I'm going to prove to you why I believe that they're holding a lot of stuff that or everything just about that Bethany has told them, and not let it slip. They're, there's nothing they can do about Dylan because, all that went through that's who people were talking about in the interviews, kids that had heard before the police got there that, there was, somebody had died in the house, they were only talking about Dylan too. So let's go into this and look at this really quick. Hope everybody's doing good. Please do us a favor, hit the like. That's all we ask from you. So if we could, Maggie, if we could scroll our copyright. Lizzo, if you don't mind dropping the copyright for me, or somebody drop the copyright for me, because again, this is not mine nor Maggie's work. This is something that I've just pulled up. I'm going to put it on big as I could get it, because Mags can read this for us. But I just want to give credit to Newsweek. This article came out April 28th, 2023. So it's been 2 years. But like I said, I tried to go back as close as I could to the crime to start pulling up what we've heard so far from Bethany, which is virtually nothing. All right. So this is our source, Newsweek. And we thank them for letting us use this, even unbeknownst to them. This is being used not as for ourselves, but as just a tool for investigative purposes and teaching. All right. And entertainment. Some of it's like this face right here is fucking entertaining. I want to punch him right in the fucking nose. But anyways, that's just me. Let me shut up. All right, Mags, can you read for us, please?
Bethany Funk, the roommate of the Idaho murder victims, previously spoke with the police about the case, and she is now expected to meet with suspect Bryan Kohberger's legal team in the coming weeks. On Wednesday, lawyers for Funk filed a court document agreeing to sit down for an interview with Kohberger's defense team in Nevada, where she currently resides. The agreement by Funk came shortly after Kohberger's defense team attempted to force her to testify in the case preliminary trial, claiming that she had information exculpatory to the defendant. Kohberger, 28, was arrested in December and charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of felony burglary in the fatal stabbings of Kaylee Goncalves, 21, Madison Morgan, 21, Ethan Chapin, 20, and Sanika Noodle, 20. Kohberger has not entered a plea in the case, but his previous attorney in Pennsylvania, where he was arrested, said his client was eager to be exonerated.
I'm sorry about that. I was trying to type out to Jamie's Cowboys and welcome you to chat. Take off your shoes, sit a while, let us know everything you know, let us pick your brain. And we're glad to have you. All right. Sorry, Max.
Okay. Shortly after Kohberger's arrest, the Moscow Police Department in Idaho released a probable cause affidavit detailing evidence determining that the 28-year-old was the suspect in the murders. The probable cause affidavit included some information that Funk told police when they arrived in the home near the University of Idaho where the murders occurred. The first mention of Funk in the probable cause affidavit confirmed that she and the other roommate, Dylan Mortensen, were inside the King Rose residence at the time of the homicides and were roommates to the victims. Bethany Funk's bedroom was located on the east side of the first floor of the King Rose residence, the probable cause affidavit said. Later on in the affidavit, the Moscow Police Department said that on November 12, 2022, the night before the murders, Chapin and Canoodle was seen by Funk at a fraternity house from approximately 9 p.m. on November 12th to 1:45 a.m. on November 13th. Bethany Funk also estimated that at approximately 1:45 a.m., Chapin and Canoodle returned to the King Rose residence. Bethany Funk also stated that Chapin did not live in the King Rose residence, but was a guest of Canoodle, the affidavit said. The affidavit also stated that Funk and Mortensen both informed police that the other occupants of the 1122 King Rose residence returned home on November 13th at around 2 a.m. local time and were asleep or at least in their rooms by approximately 4 a.m. The final mention of Funk in the affidavit states that the police reviewed forensic downloads from her phone and determined that the homicides occurred between 4 a.m. and 4:25 a.m. Former FBI agent Jennifer Confinzaffer previously told Newsweek that the defense team's attempt to have Funk testify in the preliminary hearing was likely in hopes that she would offset comments about Kohberger that were previously made by Mortensen. Newsweek reached out to Kellyanne Villori, Funk's attorney, for comment, but Funk's attorney involved in the case are barred from commenting on it because of a gag order. Newsweek also reached out to Kohberger's public defender and Taylor via email for comment.
All right, that's it on that one.
Completely black.
Yeah, that's all there was to
Okay.
that. So I went back just a little bit just to see what was going on. Now, if you remember, let me see. Barbara Smith said, at Leany, when you said Maggie May, it reminded me of Rod Stewart and the fact that my daughter and sister-in-law are going to Vegas this afternoon. They're going to see Rod Stewart tomorrow night for my sister-in-law's birthday. Well, happy birthday to her. And I'm a little jealous. Sean Ellis, aloha.
Happy birthday. You keep going in and out to me, Leanie.
Oh,
You're
shit.
fading in and out.
Is
Can
that
anybody
better?
else hear that? Or is it just me?
Is that better? My knee keeps
No,
hitting
you're
the damn
fine now,
thing.
but you just when you talk and you fade. No, you're fine now. It's just sometimes when you're talking, you're going in and out.
All right. I'm sorry. I wanted to say
She's not
something to
going.
Jamie's.
Her daughter and her husband are going. I'm sure they'll have a ball, Bob.
Mm-hmm. I want to say to Jamie's Cowboys, I don't know if you're female or male, but they say that they have Xana's mom, Cara, on Facebook, because she's a really nice lady. Yeah, we talked a little bit about her last week and the week before, I think. And I know that she has a GoFundMe set up to help her get to trial. I hope they've met their goal for that. But I'd be interested in knowing or hearing what you think about all this. Female, well, welcome, honey. All right. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself in my thinking of all of this. We know that Dylan spoke to the police at least 5 times, interviewed by the police 5 times. Now, all we've got is a line here, 4 lines there, 6 lines there, 2 lines there. It's not any full interview. Now, let's just say that the police, let's just, think for a second. Let's just say the police only talked to her 15 minutes each time. That's an hour and 15 minutes. So obviously, we don't even have 1/5 saying that she only sat with them for 15 minutes. We only have 1/5 of her testimony, correct? Yeah, I'm correct because I know my math. So obviously, out of the 5 times that she sat and she talked with police, I'm sure they didn't have her on a time schedule, but y'all, there's a lot. There's a lot that we haven't heard that they talked about. Same thing with Bethany. All I could find was that Bethany had sat down with the police. I forget now if it was 2 or 3 times. And it's only 1, 2, or 3 lines that they have released. That's it. So let's just say she sat down 2 times. Let's just make it easier. 2 times for 15 minutes, which I believe, of course, would be longer. And I believe that she sat more than 2 times. For 15 minutes. That's 30 minutes altogether that they talked to her. We've only got like 3 or 4 lines that she said. That's it. They're keeping a lot. And I'm telling you, as sure as I know my name is Leanie, I think it is today. When they start releasing everything and those girls get on the stand and they start going over their full interviews with the police, I think we're going to be like, wait, what? Because I feel like this is week 19, you guys, that we have done this. Week 19, and it seems like at least every third week we're getting something that's just like, what? And then it makes sense to what we had done a couple weeks prior that we didn't understand. And then something will get put in the documents and we'll be like, well, here it is right here. Now we understand it. So I think we need to remember that. What says you, Max?
I agree, Gail. I have my mic on mute again then, only because these have come in talking. I agree, yeah, totally.
Okay, so I want to pull this up as well. I'm just marching right along, you guys. I hope how I'm talking and how I'm putting it is understandable. Maybe a little bit makes a little bit of sense.
No, it is. I can understand it, so it's understandable.
Okay, good. All right, let's pull this one up. And this one we don't have to read. I like to put in some videos just to give us a break and so you don't have to listen to my voice so much. So, because I don't have codes. Y'all ain't got no voice codes. I'm just a Leanie doing the best I can. All right. That talks a lot of shit and probably cusses way too much. At least my son tells me I cuss way too much. All right, let's pull this. Oh, that's not the one that I meant to highlight. There we go. Let's listen to this real quick. Again, this is not intended for copyright at all. It's for teaching and research and even entertainment every time they show me Kohberger's face. So don't come at me, YouTube. I don't need it. All right, let's do this. Let's listen to this. My source is YouTube NBC News, and this was done back on December 5th, 2022. So not quite a month after the murders. Like I said, I try to go back as close as I could to the murders, searching out Bethany and what I could get for her. I kind of take it Bethany was a little bit more private than some of the girls. All right, here we go. Listen to this.
3 weeks later, more questions, few answers, no suspects, as friends remember 4 lives lost.
How truly special I felt to be your friend.
For the first time, we hear from the 2 surviving roommates inside at the time of the stabbings in their own words.
I'm going to be reading 2 different letters, one from Dylan and one from Bethany.
Their letters read by a pastor at a service held this weekend. From Dylan Mortensen.
My life was greatly impacted to have known these 4 beautiful people.
And Bethany Funk.
Maddie, Kaylee, Xana, and Ethan were truly all one of a kind. They all lit up any room they walked into and were gifts to this world.
Officials say the surviving roommates have been ruled out as potential suspects. Their 4 friends stabbed to death in the early morning hours of November 13th, likely while asleep in their beds. With no suspects or murder weapon, the Moscow Police Department still following leads in the investigation, digging through more than 100 pieces of evidence on top of thousands of calls, tips, and emails, maintaining the fatal stabbings were targeted. The department also focused on dispelling misinformation, saying there is speculation without factual backing, stoking community fears and spreading false information. But in this tight-knit town, frustration is boiling over. The father of one of the 4 victims, Kaylee Gonzalez, is speaking out about the investigation to Fox News.
The lead detective looked me in his eyes. I have no doubt he's working as hard as he can, but somebody isn't communicating. There's nothing being released.
In our interview, he says with a lack of evidence, he's terrified the trail could go cold.
I don't know how you catch a criminal if you don't even know what you're looking for.
Families now fearful they may never find justice. Steve Patterson, NBC News.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and
Well, you're welcome. It's no problem. I brought that up because I remember watching the memorial for them, and the statements that Dylan and Bethany both sent in to be read because they did not attend the memorial. They were both very, very short. And I found that at first to be like really like, oh my God. But I mean, y'all, I try to play devil's advocate with both sides. I try to go, and play devil's advocate from both sides. And I just know when I have gone through some serious and people here are OGs here and been here forever. They know some of the trauma that I've had to go through and or that I was selected by God to go through because I'm a beast. But anyways, everybody reacts to trauma differently. And thank God I've never gone through anything that is something, this terrible. I mean, I can't imagine the shock. But I do remember when my daughter was facing a life and death situation. Y'all, I couldn't talk. I couldn't even use the words heart attack. I couldn't even say the words transplants. I couldn't say none of that. So I just put on my Facebook because I was getting overwhelmed with all of the messages. Those are so nice, you guys, but when you're in the thick of it, it's hard to deal right in the beginning. And so I just put out on Facebook, I was like, look, I love everybody and I appreciate you checking on my baby, but I can't do this. I can't do her and do all of you guys. So any questions or any updates or whatever will come from my husband or my sister. And I wonder if what the surviving roommates, and yes, I'm calling them surviving roommates. I've seen no evidence come out of the courts whatsoever. If you think for 1 second, and y'all better hear me, if you think for 1 second any one of us here on this YouTube know exactly more than what the cops know, like I watched somebody say, because they're bringing back up the 3 guys on Band Field. And I know I talked to some ladies about this morning as being the real perpetrators. Well, don't you think after the murders happened that the cops went and talked to those boys again and said, where were you? And then they went to whatever house they were in to verify and corroborate their story. Y'all, we ain't smarter than the cops, so knock it off. So these people that are putting out there now, these are the 3 guys, and They got really lucky that someone planted the sheath for Bryan Kohberger. It's nonsense. It is complete nonsense. Now, back in the day when that footage first came out, I too was standing with those people going, "Oh, I'm side-eyeing them. I'm looking them up and down." You know what I mean? But now that I have all of the information that I have, coincidence, we're supposed to believe, they want you to believe that all the evidence they have against Kohberger is just coincidental. I've got beachfront property in Arizona as well, and you can buy it for $5. We're not smarter than the police. We're not smarter than the FBI. We're not smarter than the Idaho State Police. You guys, they've done this many times, whereas we haven't. And yeah, we're learning things as we go along, and we're learning how to investigate and what to pay attention to, and keeping my freaking notebooks here so I can write every damn thing down and research it. But we're not smarter than that. They've been doing this a long time. A long time. I don't believe in that many coincidences at all either. Jamie says she lost her memory due to trauma. Absolutely.
I lost mine too, April, Jamie.
Yes.
2 years of my life, I just don't remember.
Listen,
crazy.
and we've all gone through trauma, right? There's different traumas everybody has gone through, and unfortunately, there are people in our own community that have lost children due to murder, and nobody can talk about this trauma more than they can.
No.
I feel like a heel for talking about that, because there are people in our community that have lost children because of murder as well. So I think they could talk about the trauma of that more so than I ever could make it
Me too,
work.
yeah.
So, well, you've also lost children, so you.
No, but it's different circumstances. A child was older. I dread to think how I would have been if my children had been older. And I just, I'm not saying it was not at any age of a child. I get that 100%. I lost them. I know how I felt. But to lose an older child, Leanie, it's just soul destroying. It just must. I mean, it kills you to lose a
Yeah,
baby.
because you've loved them for so long.
But to have
but
that child for that long, oh my, and to lose them in that way, just there's no words.
I understand, and I'm not belittling that at all.
Oh no, I know you're not.
I think different ones like Anne absolutely could speak on the trauma of,
Yeah.
having her son taken away from her. I think you could speak to the trauma of losing triplets at birth. We all could talk on our own traumas, and the deal is what I'm trying to get across is that we all face different traumas, and we all react to our traumas way
Differently, yeah.
way different. And some of us hold on to trauma a lot longer than others. We go through that grief period of the trauma and the PTSD does it ever go away? I don't know.
There's no time on it, is there? It's just,
I don't think so.
there's just no time. It's just when it happens, and you never truly healed. You just learn to live with it because you've got to. There's nothing else you can do.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
Anne says there's no bigger trauma than your child being murdered for no good reason or any reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie says, I have to sleep with earbuds in from the screaming. April says, I can't imagine how a parent goes on. And then, yeah, exactly. All right. So let's, I don't know who all's been here from the beginning or the middle or what, but remember in the earlier days, it was reported. I couldn't find the original source, you guys. There's so much out there, but I also couldn't find it in any documents. If you have it in a document, please send it to me. My email is very easy, accordingtoleni@gmail.com. I couldn't find it, but of course, there's a shit ton of documents to go through, right? So if you have it, please send it to me. But in the earlier days, it talked about how Xana said that she saw a naked man outside of her window.
Is that true? That Leanie, was that in the notes? In the, what did you call it?
I could not find it in any court documents. But like I
No,
said, that doesn't mean it's not true.
oh, I
Now,
thought you were saying to people you couldn't find it, but it was true. I get you now. You've
now
never
here's
found it.
yeah, I never found it. And I did not, I'm going to tell you, I didn't believe it was true. It went through the rumor mill. And so, of course, today, and I just started like researching everything I can, trying to find original sources. I couldn't, there's too much. But here's what I did find that I found very, very interesting about it. And I want to show it to you guys. Y'all, I'm not ignoring you in chat, just for those that are new around here. We usually hang out with our chat a lot. Joni said that she's heard that about Bethany. So y'all just keep the chat going. I always check the chat later. And when we're pulling stuff up on screen, Maggie and I are both in there. So we don't see a lot of what's going on in the chat. But y'all just keep doing you. I appreciate the chat going. Nothing helps a creator more, even if you're not even talking about what I'm talking about, than to see the chat going. When the chat,
She'll get a crown. Well, she'll get a crown.
I'm going to get a
Be number one. The more you talk, you'll get a crown, and you'll be number
crown.
one.
Right.
Knock that Lunchy off.
Well, Lunchy had to go cook. Lunchy goes ahead and retires, right? She forgot to cook food yesterday for her husband.
I know.
So she had to go cook. Jamie said that she heard that as well. Let me show you guys this. So I thought about that, and I went looking. I searched everywhere, and I could find people's theories on it. I could find, people's names that I've never heard about talking about it and stuff like that. Well, I could say as right now, this is a theory. Not seen it in any court documents. If you've seen it, send it to me, please. Because as of right now, it's a theory. But now I'm beginning to think, since I haven't been able to find facts, more than 3, 4, 5 lines of Bethany, that it's possible. And here's how it's possible. Can I show you guys this? Well, I'm going to, whether you want me to or not. So there. Which one? This one or this one or this one? I've got so many. Let's take a look at this one first. Wait, no, this one. All right, so I went back and I was looking for a 360 aerial view of the house. If you guys have not watched any of my lives on this Kohberger, like I said, this is our 19th week in it. I think I've done 2 videos on the house. I think I pretty much got the house down pat. But we also have a playlist, as long as Maggie will hurry her ass up and put them all in there like she's supposed to do. Just kidding, Mags.
Oh yeah,
but not.
Don't lie.
No,
No.
I know that lie didn't work at all.
No.
Next time I'll try to be better about a lie. I'm not good at lying, just not. But anyways, I went and tried to find an aerial view of the house, a drone video. So I've got 2, but there's something in both of them that I want to share with you guys. So let's take a look at this right here. Mags, are we big?
No, not really. But let's see what happens when I make it big. Hold on. Like, what is it? You want them to see the picture?
Yeah, I want them to see the video.
Small.
So put it on screen by itself.
There's no way. How am I going to put it on screen by itself?
So you see down here where we're in the back.
Yeah, present.
Leanie Maggie. You see the big square? right there on the
Yeah,
picture.
hang
It's in
on a minute,
between you
okay.
and me in the back
Yeah.
or down. Click on that big picture.
Okay.
So that solos it. So when I ask you for
And
big, that's
it's on it. It's big,
okay, good. All right.
but it's not
Again,
big. I mean, it's on it, but it's not big.
listen, that's what she said. And
I'm trying to think.
that's Lady
Uh,
After Dark. Sorry.
Shame to yourself.
I know. I'm terrible.
Terrible.
All right. I'm terrible, Peggy.
No, I don't think they're gonna see that, but
I'm gonna
maybe they
try
will.
to pull it up closer as soon as I get over here. All right, let me see if I can make it bigger. Y'all pay attention to your ears because I've got it on high. So I just don't want you guys to get, that's a floating player that's on high. So just don't be startled with it. That's as big as I'm going to get it, guys. Maybe it'll go bigger once I push this. Captions follow on scroll report.
Mhm.
Nope. All right, let's see. Let's see if it gets bigger here. This is just a short clip, you guys, from TikTok. All right, here.
The layout of this home is pretty tough to navigate, and I've always felt that whoever did this was familiar with the layout of the home.
I'm going to stop it right here. Don't get confused back here. Right here. Okay, so this is I don't like when people put their words on top of the
By
screen
either visiting
because it doesn't
Yeah.
stop.
in
And
person.
so
Visual's terrible. I know.
see, and now I need the side of the house. Girl, let me teach you how to do these things.
Whoever did this was familiar with the layout of the home. By
Okay, I don't believe that. Anyways, so let me show you guys what I can.
by the layout of the home.
Don't you believe he was familiar with it, Lee?
Only by looking out, only by survey. So Idaho does not does not accept the word stalking, right? So they use intel and casing, right?
Mhm.
I absolutely believe he was casing this house.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
Watching.
the
I
trees.
do.
He could sit his butt out there for hours and those girls would
Yeah.
never know. Now you see this right over here. This is the entry, what the PCA says that he went in and out of
The
this
glass doors.
slider right here.
Yeah.
Right above that, once again, this is Kaylee's. Kaylee's has a slider as well. All right. And then she could walk down here and see Maddie's, but Maddie's didn't have a slider. She just had
Yeah.
a window. Okay. So this car back here, now I've got one of two different theories. I think the night of the murders that he actually did park somewhere here. This is not his car. This is after the murders happened. This is actually a van of reporters or something. Okay. But that's kind of, I guess, what it would look like. I would think he would park just a little bit further up so that his car's not seen in the trees.
That's what I said up there.
By the trees. But then now I have a whole different theory, you guys, and I'm going to explain to you why.
By either visiting in person or by using a drone. And a drone could go pretty undetected, considering this is a college house. Nancy Grace said the vantage point from those trees allowed you to see everything into the home.
Y'all know we have to give a shout out to Nancy Grace because she's our girl here. What?
Well done, Nance.
And a drone would give them a clearer view of the layout and where everyone sleeps. I look forward to hearing more details that come out about this case. The layout of this home is pretty
All right,
tough to navigate.
let's
and
get
I've
rid of
always
that one.
felt that whoever did this was familiar with the layout.
All right.
Do you want me to look for one?
No, hold on. I got another one. Hi, everybody. Thank you one more time for being here. Please hit the like if you haven't so far. We love us some Nancy Grace.
Hit the like and keep gabbing so you get yourself number one on the leaderboards.
On the leaderboard. All right, let's look at this one. Because so when I was thinking about the whole Bethany funk, right? You guys know in the PCA, they said that they believe he went in and out of the slider. What I found today made me think, y'all all do that with me. The things that make you go, do that, do that. Hi, Wicked Witch of the Midwest. I thought that was me, Maggie.
Oh, another name.
Oh, I
Another
love the
name
Wicked Witch.
of the Midwest.
Yeah, I love your name too. We gals actually think he's guilty. Hallelujah.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's only a
We're
couple of channels.
we're complete fangirls of Nancy. Hold on. Maggie, let's put something up of our Nance.
The list shows us all of the same score. Really, JB?
Well,
can't have
I
that.
guess no, we can't have that because not everybody gets a trophy in my channel. All right.
You know what? Cut his mic. No offense, but do you realize how crazy you sound right now?
Oh, it's gone off again. Oh no, it's gone
What's
back
gone
on.
off?
I thought my laptop had gone off again. It just went completely black, the
Oh,
screen.
Thank you, Wicked Witch. Take off your shoes, hang out, and tell us everything you know because we want to know.
And grab a cup of coffee, girl. Grab a cup of coffee.
Yeah, Maggie will have you over here like I can't think. Yawning because she's tired. Let's look at this one real quick, you guys. So all of this research that I did, in order for Bethany, and I'm going to show you, in order for Bethany to have seen a naked man or to see a man taking off his clothing, he could have come out the sliders. He could have come in the sliders, which I believe he actually did. He could have left through the sliders. Dylan's thing kind of says that, but I found something else today that says he went out the sliders. But here's the deal. Let's watch this. This is just freaking amazing.
He walked towards the sliders, didn't he?
To what?
He walked towards, she seen him walking towards there.
Towards, but she didn't see him leave. That's a whole different thing.
Oh, I think he's gone out of that way.
I think he went out the sliders too. I will always believe that until I hear something different. But look at this. Did he park different is what I would know. Maggie, can you put us on big screen there? And I'll see if I can blow this up like a torch.
On it. Yeah.
All right, love bug. Listen to this, you guys. Watch your ears. I've got it on full blast, okay? Well, I thought I had it on full blast. I do. Why?
Has been updated. Please check it on the map.
What the hell is that? Maybe it has no sound. Ah, screw it. Anyways.
We are. The Wicked Witch of the Midwest said, I used to co-host another channel, so I have copies of BK's utility bills.
Oh, girlfriend. All right, let me stop this right here. I got to stop this right here.
Should be excited now.
I will. I'm going to pull back just a little bit. In order for Xana's to be, not Xana, pardon me, God rest her soul. In order for Bethany's word to be true, she would have either had to leave her room or she could only see out of one window in her room. Okay.
Where was her window again, Lee?
I'm going to show it to you. So right here, I know it's kind of squirrely, but I can't make it. Hold on there. Okay. So the front door's right here. And then her window is this big window right here. Okay. In the front of the house.
Getting undressed, he must have had to come around that way.
So he would have had to come down and around and go here. My question is to you. Would he see? Here's the white van up here, right? That we were talking about. And we believe that he had scooted on up into the trees more because here you would really be able to see him.
And he would have been on camera.
Right. So remember when we saw the investigators walking around the house Remember, they walked all the way
Yeah,
around
yeah.
it. They were taking
Pictures and that,
all
yeah,
the
and
pictures and stuff, and we're
measurements.
like, "What the hell are you doing over there?" You know, he went out the slider. Is this why they were checking? Did he come out the slider? Come around this way? Did she see him out this window? Did he go back up towards the house right here and go there? Or did he park right here? He was only in the house, what, 13, 7 and 15 minutes?
Minutes, yeah.
So let's pay attention to that again. Didn't I hit it? Oh God, I'm a terrible person. All right, here we go. I really thought there was some. Oh, that's right. This one does not have any sound to it, but it's freaking interesting. The hell happened? It's moving, but it's not moving. What? Okay, there it is. All right. So this is Xana's room right here. Can you guys see my cursor?
Yeah.
All right. Xana's room right here. Right around over here is it's going to come around and you'll be able to see the slider door that they believe he walked in and out of, which is where I believe happened too, right? So he would have had to come down this way and around here to go up to his car. She would have only been able to, if she in fact did not leave her room, she would have only been able to see him in that window. Now these right here, you guys, is I want to say they're crime scene investigator. I think it's CIS. Pretty sure. I thought some of that was interesting that they were bringing out. See the glove that she dropped on the floor
Yeah.
right
blue
there?
glove.
Okay, and remember the glove that Chris Madonna found? Well, the one that Chris Madonna found was black. That doesn't mean that all investigators wore the blue gloves. Some could have worn the black gloves as well. We don't know what glove they were talking about, whether it was the one Chris Madonna found or not, but it was actually found out here when it zooms back out. It was found out here, over here by the trash cans, you guys. That's where Chris Madonna saw it out, and he called the police from this way. This will zoom out even more. They just want to show you what's in their kits, which is kind of. Could you guys imagine a drone following your ass around like that? If you're scratching your boob or trying to situate your boob in your bras
Watching you.
or your underwear falling down in your jeans and you're trying to pull that shit back up. I mean, drones could be watching all that nasty shit happening right there. You could be the next star of YouTube.
Exactly.
Oh,
Make
mercy.
sure you got a good pair of knickers on.
Yeah, you never know who's watching you now. These ladies don't even know. So I'm going to fast forward this just a little. Well, let me let this play just a little bit because I got another message. Y'all, I'm sorry I'm double timing here, but I got a lot going on in my family right now.
Go on,
And
I'm thinking you go and answer your message and I'll say what I'm thinking, what's just come to me.
can you do that? Yes, that would be
Yeah.
lovely.
I'm just thinking right now, I'm always wrong, guys, so let's just tell you that.
You
As
are
the
not
ones who
always
know
wrong.
me,
Don't say that.
they know me all know. So when Leonie was saying about where that window was then, and we think he went round the other, the back of the house because it looked easier, the sliding doors. I'm just thinking now, what if she got the door dash to the front door where the cars were parked, and when she took the door dash in, she just shut the door. He was standing watching, and he tried the door and got in. Now that would have been the quickest way. Would that have been? Because I still can't work that out in my brain. Would that have been the quickest way up the stairs to Zanny and
So,
Maddie's room?
so are you talking about going in the front door here?
Here now, where the cars are, it's on the screen.
Yeah. So, let me go back over here so you can see my cursor. So you're
So
talking
what
about
if,
going in right
yeah,
here.
so what if the
No,
door dash got delivered there?
no. Uh,
No,
what
no, it
the
never
in the
happened.
PCA it says that the law enforcement believes that he came in through the slider. And
Oh, right.
remember the pictures that we brought up outside the sliders,
Yeah.
there is
Yeah, the red marks.
a
Yeah.
couch there, and then there was
Yeah.
some evidence placards out there. I never
Yeah.
saw any evidence placards around here. If you guys did, let me
When the
know.
door was open, there was red tape on the wall. You know, when the door was open and the detectives were standing outside.
Oh yeah.
There was
Uh-huh.
little red markers on the wall.
But see, that could have been the kids that went inside the house before the police got there. So
Maybe.
remember, there's a set of stairs right here, okay? Right there going up to the second floor, and then you go this way, and there's Anna's room, and you go straight back this way, and right over there is Dylan's room, and the kitchen is in the back. So remember, there was blood found on this railing going up right here that was tested, and it had didn't have 3 different DNA samples in it. And so everywhere they see blood, they have to put a marker because they don't know if that's
Lizzo
the
said
killer's blood.
he left behind the house and up the small steps, she thought. Where's the small steps, Liz?
In the front or the back. Because what I'm saying is, if it to be true, and now that I found what I have found in some of the documents, if it's true that Bethany is claiming that she saw a man, he had to have come this way if she never left her room, which it says that she did not. She never left her room. She never saw the bodies, not even after everybody got there. She did not go back up to the second floor. So he would have had to come around her front
That
here
way, yeah.
for her to see it.
Sure.
There is no windows on the side of the house.
No, could have gone right round there, couldn't he? So, oh God.
Yeah, and imagine
did
how
you
many clothes. He's a young guy. He's a fit guy, you guys. He's a runner.
Yeah.
Imagine from here to over here how many clothes the man could have shed.
Yeah, taking them off. Did you see the black figure on the balcony? They keep showing, like, I've never seen it.
No, I never seen it. No. And when would it have now I'm not saying that's how it happened. I'm just saying that if they're holding all that evidence that Bethany said to be true, that she never left her room and she actually saw a naked man, it would have had to been right here. Because how far can her window
around the
see?
house, yeah, definitely.
And that he put something in a bag. Remember that?
Yeah, she said that as well. Yeah, Trace.
Hi, Kurt. Welcome. Let's jump into chat really quick while that just plays out. Let's go back a little bit.
Isn't it fantastic though, these drones? See the way you can see better there.
I know, it's amazing.
Now, Chris McDonough went up there, didn't he? Right up that hill there and
Yeah.
round at the back of Maddie's window.
Maggie, can you
And
catch up
Santa's.
will you
Yeah,
catch
I'll
up in
catch
chat
up.
for me? I've
Yeah.
got Jamie's last put right there. If you could see that and then read out to us. Welcome, Kurt. Thank you for being here.
Right, okay, so let me go up to that. Hold on. Sorry, Jamie. Bear with me, love. So Jamie's Cowboy says, I've always said, put Murphy next to him in the course and he'll let you know. Oh my God, imagine. And the Wicked Witch of the Midwest said, my thoughts are he shed coveralls before entering his car. I think he used a street side parking space, so maybe she saw that. I've always wondered if she said she saw him undressing and they said naked. You don't
Yes.
know, do you? Because they've got words wrong before, so you just don't know.
And sometimes people use a different word for things. Like I would never say clad in black. I would have said dressed in black. But that doesn't mean that what they're saying is misleading. It's just where we're from, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, April. Yeah, don't pick that wedgie girl. They're watching. Hi, Rapper.
Oh God, no.
All right.
So She said, agreed, Jamie. I also wondered this. If I knew I didn't do it and there's an eyewitness, that first person I'd be calling, not trying to throw out her testimony. Exactly. He left behind the house and up the small steps, said Lizzo. April said, was the blood on the banister at the bottom stairs? It was the bottom, wasn't it, Lee? The blood that was on the banister, I'm sure
Yes,
it was.
it was on the bottom. But anytime they saw blood, it's an
Yeah.
investigation. Jay Brad will tell you this. They're putting a sticker by it
Yeah.
and they're checking everything.
Yeah. And did you see the black figure on the balcony they keep showing? I haven't seen that at all. So is it the Kohberger channels that are showing it or whatever? But I've never seen it now. And Lizzo said the steps are at the back of the house by the slider doors, Liz. Never even noticed any steps. I thought he might have run up there, got in them bushes for a bit in between the trees to catch his breath, whatever, and then snuck around to the car. That's what I think.
I think I remember that too, Liz. So right back here, let me go back to where you can see my cursor. Right back here is some steps. And you're right.
They put markers, didn't they?
And there were markers
Luckily,
down in here.
yeah,
We
they
got
put
that on one of
markers,
the videos.
that's right. Yeah,
There's some markers
right.
there and some on here, actually. All right. Keep going with
His
chat.
car was up behind the house on the road. So we think, but I don't know. We don't know, do we? I mean, it makes sense, but who knows?
But for me, if and I don't know this for sure, I haven't found any documents. If Bethany indeed did see him, he would not, and she did not leave her room, he would not have gone back up this way. He would have had to go around the front of the house, which tells me that he parked somewhere on this road here. Because why would you go all the way up here and down here? The quicker route is right this way. And y'all know he was driving out of there like a bat out of hell. So I guess we're just going to have to find out what Bethany said in order to find out which way he came and went.
See that on the screen now, Lee? That car, the white car there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the road up like where Chris Donna was?
Yes.
Up the top there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's straight up here, and then back here is where the parking lot is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I can't see him getting naked in front of the house in full view when he could go behind the house under cover trees. I mean, if you think of it like that, that makes sense to me. That, yeah, take it, maybe even if he did park on the side, he would have had to park down so that Bethany's window could see it, right? So I could see that actually where he does run around. That makes sense to me. So he's covered by the trees and the darkness back there to start stripping his clothes and then run straight to his car. And maybe that's where Bethany see it. But that makes a lot of sense to me.
Can I tell you something? People think empaths and mediums are crazy, but we're not. Are you a medium, Jamie? If you don't mind me asking, because that'd be dead interesting. I'm interested in all that, and I believe in all that. I do believe there's a lot of lies out there with it, but I do believe there's a lot of real people too. That have got a gift. So yeah, let me know, please. The photos of the FBI markers, you put them down. Yeah, okay, I've seen that. Yeah. My Dobermans were going crazy at the new neighbour's husband every time he set foot outside. Mystery was solved when I saw him throw chairs at his wife and then slap her. The dogs now. Say, did they get onto it?
I definitely think my dog would, especially Anichka, because Anichka is very timid. But once she's been around you once, you're her buddy. So you could, if she had ever met Bryan Kohberger, even for 5 minutes, you let her walk in that room, she would walk right up to him. Newt, he's just like, thinks everybody's his friend, unless you get next to his girls. He doesn't want anybody next to his girls.
So yes, Jamie, you are. So tell me then, what you see, what you think, if you don't mind.
Want to give a shout out to Anne's place. She is
Oh,
going to
good night,
bed.
Anne.
Good
Good
night,
night,
Anne. We
love.
love you.
See you tomorrow, Anne.
Behind the house, there was a path to the street. You're right. Check your doors and window. Amen.
Oh, God. We were talking about that this morning, weren't we, Lee?
Yeah. Yeah. Is Sierra here? Hello, my beautiful.
Hello, Sierra, darling.
I do.
I
Listen, I
just
don't know
want to
nothing.
smell like Snoop Dogg.
I don't know anybody that does clairvoyancy or gifts or anything. I'm telling you, I have a real gift for having an award-winning personality. We're just not sure what award I'm going to win. And I'm great. I have the gift of sarcasm, the gift of gab, and talking a lot of shit. Those are my gifts, and I give them freely to y'all. You're welcome. You suck it.
Lizzo, you should thank Maggie for me shutting up. What did I say? Oh, that's when you first come in. I said, shut up, Big. You said you hadn't been told to shut up, so I told you to shut up. As I do. As I do. Look at that. Isn't it terrible? They're all going around talking like Leanie. Look, suck it. See? He's
Suck
just
it.
terrible influence on these girls
I'm
in
not
this
just.
chat, Leanie.
I'm blaming Lulu. I was a sweet girl. I'm blaming Lulu, and I'm blaming you.
Oh, taught you mice. I've been messaging before. I lost my phone to Corazana visited. What? Hang on. I've been messaging before I lost my phone to Corazana visited. Ah, I had to put cardboard up at my windows. They won't leave me alone. I like
Oh,
to tell you.
wow.
I like to tell you what Kaylee showed me.
We would love to hear it.
Oh God, Jamie, come and tell us.
Let me finish. I've only got just a few more seconds of
Hang on,
this.
Jamie.
Just where I want to show you guys. These are just defense motions, and I'm gonna let Maggie read. There's two things in.
Oh yeah, we're sure.
There's two. Hold on, I did that wrong. There's two things in these motions that I didn't catch until I went back over them. Let's share this. Let me find out where it is so we can have her up here.
Right, I can't see chat now because I've got me
Yeah, mods, we
big
cannot see
screen on.
chat. Okay, I think it's here.
God, that's blades. But go on, I'll have a go.
Hold on, just a minute. I'm just trying to find the
Alright.
parts that I want you to
Just
read.
scrunching my eyes here.
Where is it? Sorry, guys. I don't know how to highlight something that I want to bring up.
God. I'll ask Alex. Alex, how does she highlight something she wants to bring up, Lainey? Can you highlight something? Do you mean put like a little highlight mark under it, Lee?
Yeah, no, like across it. Like how they've redacted the names, but just blue. So for next time, I could just do that.
I'll go back to chat while you're doing that.
Thank you.
I've seen Maddie in dreams, but she wouldn't go upstairs and didn't want to go in the house. I don't know if it was more than a dream, but I didn't see anything. Ah, I channel in a dream state. That's why, thank God, I wrote it down. Oh yeah, write it down, because even if you have a dream, I'm guaranteed you'll wake up. If you don't tell someone that dream there and then, that's it. You don't remember it. But then isn't it funny? You'll go about your day and you'll go, oh my God, you know, it comes to you in little bits, doesn't it?
You know what, Maggie?
What?
Sorry, I threw a piece of toast in my mouth. Go ahead and invite her up, and then I could figure this out after she tells us her story.
Okay, I'll give you the link. I'll put a link in for you, hon. There you go. Grab the link, and I'm going to delete it straight away when she gets it.
Let me pull this.
April, I do it all the time. I can never remember it if I don't tell someone straight away. And then I think I've remembered it and I go to tell them. And when I go to tell them, I can't remember it. It's crazy. Lizzo, if my baby has a baby by some wild chance tomorrow, our girls will share birthdays. Ah, I dream movies. I make up more than anything. I hate it because they're awesome and no one else gets to see them and I can't watch.
I have the most horrible dreams. Terrible.
Yeah, Leanie's does. I have a real gift for forgetting the last couple of days, y'all. Maggie and Leanie, I did not have any appointments today, and I went to get that massage. It's tomorrow.
Oh,
Welcome
here's
to my world, lunch lady. Do it all the time. All the time. Don't are you in the chat, Jamie? If she might have gone out somewhere, might have gone to live or something. Are you around, Jamie?
you coming up, girl. Let me share this while we're waiting on her.
Go on. She might have gone to the bathroom or something.
All right, this is the part right here that I'll just read it out because it's just the small part. And this is what I mean by DM couldn't see the slider door. Now, do I think that he was leaving and he was done killing everybody by the time DM saw him? Yes. But unfortunately, she couldn't see the slider door by the way that the house is angled. And so we don't know if he went, back down the front of the house for Bethany to see him, or if he went up the hill and then back down the way Lizzo is saying that maybe he did. All right, because she says it right here.
Put your cursor where you want me to read from, Lee.
All right, right here.
Hang on, I can't see it. No, can't see your cursor. Oh, you're highlighting?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you're highlighting.
Yeah, but I'm talking about to save it. I guess I know how to do it now. All right, that's good.
Okay, so this is going to be difficult because it's very blurry. So in her mind, Dylan thought that the intruder went out the back sliding door, but she doesn't know if he actually went out the back door. The sliding back door was not visible from the doorway of DM's bedroom.
All right, so let's just stop right there. So part of the time I was thinking, I forgot and I know that house better than I know this house, I think. But I guess I just automatically thought that she watched him at least walk to the door, but there was no way the way that the kitchen is angled from her. So now, do I believe he left at that time? Absolutely. But I think had she been able to see him walk out the back door, we would at least know which way he went, left or right, once he got outside. But I also want you to read this part right here. Starting here.
Okay. So more than 8 hours after seeing the intruder, DM provided a very limited and uncertain description of the intruder in two different officers.
Let's stop right there. So when you hear that DM keeps changing her story, that bitch, she's on drugs, she's selling drugs, she's the kingpin over there. You know, she's hooked up with the cartel. She's changing her story. Says it right there. More than 8 hours after seeing the intruder, DM provided very limited and uncertain description of the intruder to 2 different officers. Okay, so first of all, she's in shock. We know she's in shock. Second of all, she's still trying to figure out, was this a freaking dream or was it not a dream? Like, what did I see? What didn't I see? Blah, blah, blah. Plus, our minds protect us from trauma. That's why we don't remember. And that's why we shut down. But look right here at what else she says. Go ahead, Meg.
On November 17th, 2022, 4 days later, DM did not think that she could sufficiently describe the intruder, but a
Composite
artist. On December 30th, 2022, after Mr. Kohberger's arrest, DM could not recognize Mr. Kohberger from a photo. DM testifies at trial later this year. More than 3.5 years will have passed since the murders occurred on November 13th.
So get
Sorry,
what
everyone, that's really blurry. Go on, please.
I'm sorry. So this is just another explanation as to why, oh my God, she waited until the 3rd time before we ever heard of bushy eyebrows. Come on, you guys. Come on. Give the girl, you know what? Give the girl a break. Don't automatically go straight to the negativity. I don't know. Maybe I'm small-minded. Maybe I just believe what is proven to be true instead of conspiracy.
Well, I can believe it because I've woke up in them states myself thinking, hang on, did I dream that?
Exactly. And I'm pissed off at Beefcake for 2 days because the shit that fucker left me for his ex-wife 3 times. I told him, I was like, you go ahead, leave, asshole. This time I'm taking your fucking money. How about that?
So real.
I put him through so much stuff, but anyways, I was like, can you quit like doing whatever you're doing that's making me think that you've left me for your ex-wife? Fuck you and your ex-wife. Just leave me some money. Anyways, I want to read this again. On November 17, 2022, 4 days later, DM did not think that she could sufficiently describe the intruder for a composite artist. Well, who fucking could? All she could see is his eyes. So the only thing you could composite maybe is an eyes. And y'all, he wasn't leisurely checking out their house. He's not walking around picking up picture frames and looking at your pictures and your little pretty sitting around the house. He's hightailing his ass out of there. He just killed 4 people. Okay. So she saw him that quick. So what do you expect? That doesn't mean that she's guilty or that she's a part of it. Further, by the time that DM testifies at the trial later this year, more than 3.5 years will have passed since the murders occurred. Here's what I think, though. I think some things will become more clear to her. She's had a lot of time to think about it as far as what did I dream? What didn't I dream? Especially she's keeping a journal. And there are things that she's just not going to remember, you guys. And I'm not calling her a liar for that when she gets on the stand, because our minds are meant to block trauma. They are. I am grateful every day for the stuff I can't remember that comes to different things I don't want to remember in my life. I give God the glory for that. So there's that. Did what you call it ever come up? Did Jamie ever come up?
I don't know. Let me turn the big screen off and go into the chat. Jamie, are you back? Does anyone see Jamie coming back? Don't know technology.
Oh, she's right
Do you
here.
mean about coming up? Hang on. Jamie, did you get the link? All you've got to do is click on it, Jamie. When you click on it, You just follow what it says. You can click to turn the camera off. So you're just like me and Leanie on the screen now. Or you can leave your camera on if you want your camera on. You don't have to. All you do is just click it off. And then Leanie or I'll bring you up then when you're ready. You don't have to do anything. Once you're on the screen with us, you just talk. So you've got the choice to no one sees you unless you want them to. Trying to figure my phone out. It is easy, honestly. I learnt on my phone before anything. So all you do is just get the link, click on the link, and it'll bring you into it'll be StreamYard or YouTube.
It'll bring her up to StreamYard.
Yeah, and you just turn you'll see camera and mute mic. Just turn your camera off. It says stop cam, start cam. Do you want me to put it in again? Hang on. I'm putting it in again for you, Jamie. There you go, love. It says Safari, so it's iPhone. I haven't got a clue with that. Lunchy, do you know how to do that, or Lizzo? All I know is you just click on that link and it'll bring you here at the back and you choose your camera settings, then that's all. See how that goes. Is this the same with iPhone as well?
Uh-huh.
I know we mentioned Safari, that's iPhone, but I don't know
Well,
what
I
it has
always
to
go
do
in
with.
through Google. I think it's just how it's all set up. But I
Yeah.
always maybe I go to Google or Safari. It'll just bring you right to it.
Just same Safari. Just click it and see what happens, Jamie. Click the link, open in Safari and enter studio.
Yeah, you'll want to enter
Oh, we are.
studio.
She's here now.
And then just if you don't want us to see your face, make sure your cam's off.
Right, so her camera's off. She's here. Shall I bring
Okay.
her up, like?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Are you there, Jamie?
Hi.
Hi.
This is my first time. I've never done this before.
Oh, well, you know what? It's just like talking on the phone. Leanie
Oh.
told me that a long time ago, and I never thought I'd get used to it. But here I am. It's fine.
Oh,
Lovely
okay.
to meet you anyway, Jamie.
How are you? So I've been following this case a long time, and I didn't really know. I was with Michelle Lee a long time ago. She was like a crazy creator, but I'm like a clairvoyant, like medium, almost like Donna Serafina, I think. And I can see like like a movie, like you said in the channel, somebody did. And I was just wondering, we're not crazy, but we see like the other side, but they come to me. So I knew Anne Heche before she went down that road, what was going to happen. Gabby Petrino, I knew before it came out, she came to me. What I have to do is I'm learning grounding more and saging, but it's all good, you know? So I had to put cardboard over the mirrors and I told them, please leave me alone. But Maddie doesn't know she's dead, but I haven't pulled this paperwork out in like 2 years since this happened. So all I got from Kaylee in a dream state was they were dressed all in black. Maddie or Kaylee heard a creak at the door. Bryan came in. They struggled with the knife. He dropped it, and a couple of times he dropped it, and he asked before this happened, I can get you better grades. We were stalked for a long time, is what Kaylee said. We were turning Bryan into, I'm sorry, I haven't read it for a while.
It's
into
okay.
sheriffs for harassing us. Kaylee is the strongest energy that came forward. I think that's why I communicate with Carol a lot, and with this information, Dylan is in shock, but maybe she stopped, maybe she was in shock at the door. She didn't want anything to do with anything with the murders. I do know, and I got these numbers like a 98DD. There might be codes to a locker or something, but Kaylee's hair is in there, not Murphy's. And I know Murphy has a lot to do with it because dogs have energy and stuff, and they would know a bad person. Like I could read people and see things, and I have to put earbuds on at night because I have them all lined up. I have to put salt around my bed. I didn't ask for this gift. I've asked all tarot readers, please get rid of it. But it's just something that happened during the trauma because Amy Allen for Dead Files always said that when you go through a trauma, then you get your spirit gifts. I'm still learning mine. So the knife is at maybe by a tree, in a tree, like something is what Kaylee showed. Xana was just really quiet, and I think she's the one that probably got me towards maybe Kara. So I had that all on my messages before I lost the iPhone 6. This new one I can't figure out. It's my brain doesn't understand due to the trauma. So I still have her on Facebook, and I don't overstep, but I always tell her you're beautiful. She just put a new picture out of like the like a river or something somewhere near Idaho, and she's really nice on the computer, on the Facebook with me. So I have like Lacey Peterson's mom that I run into because I'm down here about 15 miles from the Peterson's house in California, and I get them all here. I tell them, please go away, but I think they really want to know what's going on. I was recently with the Kansas City moms, got to know one of the aunts, and I pretty much put that together. They're missing one gun, Veronica told me. So, I mean, I just never asked for it, but I think they just need help. But Donna
help for what?
To
In
help
what way?
the cases, to put people like different perspectives, because I think it might help. Kaylee's very strong energy, but since I put the cardboard up, I told them I don't want any more. They haven't visited me, so maybe
What does cardboard do, Jamie?
Cardboard. Okay, so if you have a mirror, never have a mirror in your room or at all.
Oh, don't be telling me that, Jamie. I've got a big one on the wall.
Yeah, you want to put a cardboard in because that's where your energy drains.
Oh my God.
Hey guys, can I get in chat really, really quick? First, Lunchy, oh my gosh. I was trying to bring up what you said and I ended up blocking you. What the hell? How do we block the editor of the channel?
This is my first time. I don't know. I don't even know how to get off of here. Oh, it says leave at the bottom of the phone. Okay, got it. Yeah.
And then welcome. Yeah. I think Frank just met somebody messaged me and asked me if I blocked him. I thought it was you. I don't know. Aussie True Crime, welcome. And Bees wants to know, do I like this sort of thing or do I not believe in it? I believe it's true. I believe anything's true. I have a strong faith in God and I give God all glory when it comes to good things because I feel like that's what I should do. But do I believe in it? Yes. Yes, I do. I do. Do I believe that it comes from God? No, I don't. I mean, I'm just being real. I don't. But is it real? Yeah, it's real. It's really real. It's scary, real.
You have to go. Yeah.
I would be petrified. I seriously, I'd be stealing, some pills because I couldn't live like that.
I did not know. I met somebody on my other channel. She's she does remote. She's in Canada, and she goes, Jamie, what's going on? And I said, well, I just keep asking the same questions over and over and over. And I thought my mom was having like a seizure. So I would call the the paramedics like every hour thinking that something's going on. And this thing stayed at my door for like last year for, I think about 7 days. And
Oh wow.
he was like I'm trying to think, like a skinwalker out here. And he went into my mirror before, with cardboard and everything. And I thought everything was okay, but actually he stayed. I manifested a poltergeist. So my friend said, oh, I got to clear your house. And I'm like, what? Because what he was doing is he was actually harassing us, and I couldn't get any sleep hardly. And it was like, between 1 and 5 anyway, is the veil's lifted. So that's when everything is, yeah, I'm up all night. So, so she finally got him done. But what happened is he wanted to torment me. So he's been doing it for a year. And I realized something was going on in the house. I just couldn't figure it out because he was in my mind making me on like a train track over and over and over. So there was no sleep. There was restless nights. There was like, so she did that. And it's been kind of clear for about 4 weeks now, but you always catch them because they're called attachments, and you always have to have like protection. Yeah.
Oh God, what am I going to do with this smear, Jamie?
But you know what? You know what she did? She got rid of him. There was a hunter in the house and everything. And he was the one that was tormenting my mom, like waking her up and stuff, but I couldn't wake her up. But
Oh God.
he's in Canada right now with her out in the field getting what he did to me for eternity. So basically it's like a spiritual war that we're in right now. At any time.
I agree to that. The Wicked Witch of the Midwest says, I'm friends with one of the victims' families, so I hope I never see anything. Are you talking about from the Idaho for what do I call you? Can I call you witch? Because I love it.
I love that name. It just stands out. Yeah.
I love that. Do you think, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Thank you everybody for being here. Let me just say this. Miss Skinner, I will message Frank back. When it comes to the mods here, the mods really, really, really mod. And they saw some things that they felt like was very disrespectful to me and to the channel come from Frank. And they're nicer than me. They give a lot of people a chance. Me, I'd be like, bye bitch, bye. But they're good people and they give them a chance. But I don't have anything to do with the blocking. That's not my jam. They protect the chat and
absolutely,
and protect me. So if they block somebody, that's on them. But yes, I can reach out to Frank and let him know.
Mods are great. I mod 12 channels, and
oh God, you sound like a Mary Jane Doe.
They're mostly tarot channels.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
April says, I made the mistake of playing with the Ouija board with friends one night at 13 years old. Nothing happened while using the board, but that night I saw 2 apparitions. One took on the face of my little brother and flew above me, scared the shit out of me for years.
Shapeshifter.
Aussie True Crime and her husband, especially her husband, they do his channel is Spirit Time, and he does a lot of this kind of stuff too. And we're supposed to do a Halloween bash, but every time we plan something always happens. So while I'm waiting, can you guys do me a favor? Do you have a channel? Jamie?
I don't. I'm just a regular person trying to help families or whatever they
Girl,
need.
I'm just a regular person too. I just got no sense.
No. I just I thought that whatever can help put whatever they need, because I know what they're going through.
Jamie, can you ask questions of them?
Are you talking about the Idaho 4?
Yes.
Actually, I'm not in contact with them anymore. I told them to go away. Please go away. And I put my cardboard up.
What
Okay.
was the thing that made you want to get them away from you?
They were bugging me too much.
Well, in what way were they bugging you? Were they just
Uh,
showing you?
yes, it's almost like okay, so we live in a matrix now. So it was almost like a movie reel. So like it was like when you put on a movie and you're going and they're telling the story as we go. And I kind of like, okay, we're good. But Maddie doesn't know she's dead. So she's having a little bit of trouble. But at the time, Kaylee told me all this stuff. I haven't touched this paperwork in 2 years. It's put in a drawer, out of sight, out of mind. I just wrote it down because, like I said, I have memory issues due to a trauma and I can't remember later. So what I do is I journal and I take notes because then I can go back on that day and go, okay, that's what she told me. It is Murphy's.
Can you not like just allow them to channel
I would have to
like
take the
say
word down and
it's
everything back again.
rather than them, like you say, bugging you, being there all the time? Can you not? I mean, I know you said you're learning and stuff, like, is to allow them to channel
Actually,
just for
yeah,
a certain amount of time.
actually, I told him to go to a friend that I met from another channel 2 years ago, and they're with her now. And I told her you can help them move on. I mean, they can be with you.
And is this the first time that this has ever happened to you,
All
where
right,
you felt that way?
um, a little bit. They were a little nosy.
Yeah, okay.
Kaylee's very
And say
energy.
again.
Kaylee's energy is very strong.
Oh,
Yeah, but I think I'm just trying to help them, just like Donna Safrina. And I agree with Donna. He was gonna kill Brian was gonna kill his mom, and they did. You know, Kaylee did. The knuckles and everything. But you know what? Before this even was like whatever color. What's weird is I think 3 weeks like after that happened, like before they found the white car, I had that in my head of what Kaylee showed me of a white car like on camera. Didn't know where, didn't know how. It was just a white car, so I sketched everything down and come to find out it was a white car.
Let me ask you this really quick. Um, do you have to believe there's some people that are fake out there, right?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
How do you tell the difference?
I get energy like okay, so like I don't like to get political, but you could just tell when people are lying. I see horns on people that are no good.
Oh, do I have a halo?
Absolutely. I think I think I can't figure out why people do what they do. When I see Kohberger,
Maggie doesn't.
I don't see no
Chuck Nudini, get that off.
I'm not getting that off. You don't have a halo, Maggie. You tramp.
I don't see like Brian has no soul. There's nothing.
Oh, yes. Yes. I believe that. And it's funny that you said that Brian was going to kill her mother. Didn't I just say that last week, you guys?
Oh
Was
wow.
it last week or the week before? I said, I think Brian had a
Yeah,
thing and he was
about
going
his
to kill
mother.
his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is
yeah,
weird. I
yeah.
dig it.
Ooh, see,
See,
you could have the gift.
I don't have the gift. I don't want a gift. I'm a smart
Oh,
ass.
it is a gift, Barbara. Yes, thank you. But I call it a curse too because they drive me nuts. Like people.
is
I
it scary, Jamie? Because I'm
absolutely no,
terrified just listening.
no, absolutely not. It's just people want to put people in a padded room, but until they've gone through that journey, like we have a third eye, like the spirit world, like you don't want to cover it. It's a gift, I know, but I just want to help the families because I hear all this garbage of the dad, Kaylee's dad. No, please, no, don't attack the family.
Mm-mm. Absolutely not. I'm not
Do
doing it.
you
There's enough people
believe
that do it.
that Kohberger is going to be found guilty?
God, I'm so scared.
I'll say it. Yes.
I'm so scared. It's a yes.
100%.
I'm so
Oh,
scared.
I'm terrified if he gets off with it. I'm terrified. I don't think he
So,
will.
so
There's
scared.
too much against him. But you never know, do you?
Inspirational. Yes. Yeah, I hate it too. But you're right. It is a curse. But you know what? When he smiles, that's just fake. Like, I can do what I want and I'll do it again.
Mm.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? That's interesting. You get that vibe from him. And
Oh,
I don't have gifts, but you could definitely tell he's a cocky son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Evil walks the earth every day.
It's terrible.
People have
It's
it.
terrible.
It is terrible.
It's like he's sitting there and he's in on it, like he's one of the lawyers. Like he's really interested in what's being said, and like he's, you know, to see if they've got him, if they've worked him out. It's like he's like a psychologist with them all.
I was
That's
always
what I see on his face.
karma has no
Like,
deadline.
ooh,
Karma has
bloody
no deadline.
thing.
Yeah. You know, I just think that maybe they should put Murphy there and let him sit there while he's
I
sitting.
think that's a great idea.
I've been wanting to say that because I have the Gonzalez's on my Facebook. I'm a fan of theirs, and I've never reached out to them because people think the people are crazy. But I think they should just request that because he just smiles coming into court, just whatever.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the OJ glove, right?
Yeah.
So it could work. I mean, if you, I had three dogs. My first dog, she didn't give a damn. She loved everybody. If you brought a pew pew to my house, she'd be like, "You want some coffee?" That's the way she was.
What?
My other little girl's like, she's scared to death of everything. But if she has seen you and you've petted her, even for 1 minute, she will always remember you and go straight to you. And it loves everybody unless you look like you're going to mess with his girls. Then that's a problem.
I mean,
so it's kind of like, I think it depends on their personality.
Yep. We're a beacon, right? So
Yeah.
everything's attracted to us. My cats are like always on because, you know, I help and everything. But, you know, going back to one thing I forgot to just say is that, hang on just for a second. It was here for a second. Something like, you know, I think they want their story, like they're coming to me, but they don't understand that it's hard for me to, you know, put it all in perspective for people.
Gotcha. Do you know the Wicked Witch of the Midwest, Jamie?
No, I just met her just today in
Oh,
chat.
that's cool. I thought just watching you both type, you up here and her type, it sounds like you guys have a lot in common. And so I was just wondering, do you know Bee's inspirational? Well, I think you guys would have said hi to each other in chat. So it's just funny that you know, you get like-minded people. So I hope you guys are a little women on the trashy side.
When you vibe. When it's off, it's off. And you know what? I think that
we're a women's support group
Oh,
here. We're men eaters. We're you know, it's
So B said
terrible.
she's got the gift as well, Leanie.
That's another.
I know, that's what I said.
They should have kept.
Oh, I didn't know.
Up. They should have kept the house up because if you go back to the pictures, the creator I was with, she destroyed everything because she's crazy. But the pictures, you can see a black entity like going into the bushes. But when they demolished it that morning, you could see white spirit sleeve and you could see black spirit sleeve. I think the black was Bryan's soul maybe in there at the time. Okay. But I think the white going up at the same time, if you ever find those videos, when they demolished it, you could see the black and white intertwine. So they're released, right? But when Nancy was there, you can see the entities in the window of them where the room was at if you glare in. And they're trying to call me out saying I need help. And guess what? When you demolished the house, you released their souls. There you go.
Yeah. You know what? It's maybe it's me and maybe I just don't. I never saw. I have a kid in college, and so did Max when all this happened. And for us, we're looking at it as mothers, who's got kids in college. And you can't tell me that those kids, some of those kids, at least some of them, didn't suffer from the house being up. So as a mother,
Absolutely.
if my kid was struggling with seeing that every day and trying to keep grades up and all this, I'd be like, tear it down. But
See, I was thinking the opposite.
I just believe, though, I mean, how many hours are they away? They're in Boise now. They were in Latah, or Moscow, and I think is that 4 hours from each other, 2 hours? Anyways, I just don't see them being bused there. I don't. Even if the house was still up, I don't.
Right.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I just don't see that happening.
Does anybody have those videos? Because Michelle erased her channel, erased everything that I put together with her. So if you go back, you can always look, and when it was demolished, you could just see those interacting spirits, like color, white and black. White and black is beautiful, because that means bad stuff that happened in that house, and then being trapped for so long, their souls that was released.
See, that's where my faith and that's where we collide. But I mean, I would never belittle anybody, or you know what I mean? Like I as long as you're cool and you're respectful to everybody else's
beliefs,
then I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? Like I don't say things unless I'm pissed off at somebody to offend them, and we don't like it in chat. So I love hearing about this stuff. I love learning about other people and their beliefs. So you guys are welcome here with them. I'm so happy you guys found us. My thing is that that's where I collide, because for me, being raised in the church, which I know I'm vile, y'all don't listen. I see y'all side-eyeing me in chat. Okay. All right. I'm not perfect, just forgiven. Anyhow, Jesus knows me. He broke the mold. He was like, oh, negative, never again. It was like building the dinosaurs for God. He's like, nobody needs another Leanie on this earth. So I know.
I'm in the chat, side-eye Leanie.
Don't be side-eyeing Leanie. I was raised in the church. I know my Bible.
Side-eye Leanie.
Shut up, Maggie.
Shut up.
But my belief is that, the Bible says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So me, I just don't believe like the actual spirit of the person is left there. Now, is it their energy?
Maybe. Yeah.
I could believe that, but like I think we're all gonna stand accountable to God someday with our spirit.
Yes. And I saw that. Maybe, you know what? It makes sense now. Maybe they didn't come to me anymore since they tore down the house. They didn't need me anymore. Or
if they've been released,
yeah.
But you don't want them to. So I was told if they know
Shut up, April.
You don't want to be visited, that they don't. Because I used to be, I'm terrified of all stuff like that, right, Jamie? And I'd be going, oh my God, mother, oh my God, I'm terrified in case I see something. I've got this thing, I'm going to wake up, and someone's going to be standing there. And my mum went, no. If they know you're frightened, they won't ever do that to you. So I've always thought that. So
this is Maggie. Maggie's laying underneath her covers, right? They're pulled up to her eyeballs.
I'm terrified.
And she's like, please tell me, please tell me, please tell me. And then she pushes her blankets up over her eyeballs. She's like, no, don't tell me. And then she pulls it down. And she's like, okay, please tell me, I'm prepared. And it's terrible going through it with Maggie. And in the end, she's going to listen to you. And then she's going to lay there and curl up to her giant of a husband. And she's going to be fine. Everything's fine.
I am sitting here now looking at that mirror, right side eye, and that mirror, like,
Oh,
I'm going, oh my God, I'm thinking, have I got any cardboards anywhere? Alex wouldn't think I've flipped
or
my lids.
you can
And,
do
and,
a
I'm going to
sheet
get up and
over
sit in
the.
that bed terrified.
Why can't you just take the mirror off the wall?
Oh, why don't you just shut up? Have you
Can
seen
you
the
just
size of
take
me?
the mirror off the wall
It's
or
like,
turn it
it's as big
around?
as,
You
I
don't
it's
just
as
get
big
a
as,
cardboard.
it's as
Okay,
big
we're
as your
sorry.
yard.
Mine's in the master bedroom. I can't. So I have cardboard and I have sheets up there because they can't come back because you reflect because it's like a portal.
Oh God,
It's
I'll have to not listen. I'll have to turn you off for a minute. Oh, they can't come back.
it's a,
If they're
it's a
gonna come.
portal. It's a portal.
That's like,
Oh my
back in the old
God.
days, whenever someone passed away in the house, they would
I was
stop the
just gonna
clock,
say it.
right? And then they would open the window because if
And
they're and cover the
when
mirrors.
yeah, when there's a wake here, when someone's dead and they bring them home to the house in the coffin, they used to. They don't do it anymore, and I didn't do it. Oh God! And if there was anything in the room that shows a reflection, had
Yep.
to be covered up,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't do that anymore.
You know, they tell me to leave like something to drink out or whatever, so I have a cup of water or
I'd have beer or
that would
wine.
be good. That would be really
I
good.
mean,
What
let's
did they
just get
say? Have a cup
let's
of
get the
water when you.
spirits drunk.
What did they say? What did they say to you, Jamie?
What when they come? Listen, that thing is covered now completely head to toe.
I don't want anyone to come. How can I stop them?
Do you know that that's when you're asleep is when they're like there?
Ah,
Oh, okay, I'm done.
God.
Not
Yeah.
scary,
No,
really.
keep talking about it. It's okay. It's good.
When I said, "Oh yeah, Jamie, I'm dead interested. Come up," I was dead excited. I'm terrified now.
My friend, she goes, "What's going on in my grandma's downstairs bedroom?" And I'm like, "Well, let me look in the mirror.
Oh.
I see a guy hunched over watching her while she's in bed."
Oh,
Maggie, I
I'm
hope
gonna
you start seeing things that'll be great
shut
content.
up, Leanie. Do you know what I'm gonna do now? Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hold this camera up to my mirror, and Jamie, you're gonna look through my mirror, and you're gonna tell me there's no one there.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm gonna do it
Jamie,
right
make
now.
sure you answer it right, or we're never gonna get this bitch to sleep.
Shut
Okay?
up, Jim. Just tell me the
You
truth,
shut
Jamie.
up,
Because I'll
Maggie.
smash that mirror into smithereens if there's anyone sitting there.
Did you guys really know that the mirrors were not a portal?
I knew it had something to do with the mirrors. I knew they covered them
Yeah,
up, but
I did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, Leanie.
Um,
I'm thinking, was this meant? I'm looking at my mother's picture. I'm going, don't even attempt to visit me.
Inspirational.
Don't come back,
They have
Mom.
the same thing.
Oh, isn't this lively, guys? My hands are soaking. My worst nightmare.
I have black tourmaline, black onyx. Anything at the front door will stop. You
Don't
just
you feel any energy around me, though, Jamie, that I'm all right?
no, you have great energy. I think this whole channel does. I think I was brought to you here.
Do you, Jamie, that I'm all safe and no one's going to ever bother me? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Jamie, can you exercise the mice out of her house? She has problems with those too. Lainey, Aussie True Crime says, Lainey, off topic. I have a job interview this afternoon as a true crime tour paranormal. Blah, blah. I pooped that one up. Paranormal tour guide. I wish you so much luck. Oh God, I hope you get to video that kind of crap for me.
Just tell
I love it.
Go away, go away, go away, go away. No, I don't got time for you. Just go away. Go away.
Who's she talking to?
She's talking to you.
Yeah, just tell them to go away.
Oh, got to. I say, no, this is what I say, Jamie. Please, 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 don't ever show yourself because I'll be terrified, guys. If you do, I swear to God, if I see any and my heart's going to give out, I will not be able to be what people say. Oh, it was lovely. I'm not going to look. I don't care if you're there. I don't want to see you. Just go away and leave me alone, please. That's what I say.
I found Laura Van Tyne from when I went through that trauma. My grandma's wheelchair was kind of walking on its own, like the ice chest, and she was stuck between my room and my mom's room. Well, my grandma's room at the time. My cats would not come in my room for 3 months. I was going like crazy. and I had like my pillow, like they were trying to suffocate me and everything. And I said, what the heck is going on? Plus the trauma, grief, you're going through all that. My grandma was my best friend. I saw her die in front of me. And that's where I stayed in that flight, fright mode too long and in shock. So I found Laura from Ghost Helpers. You can find her on Facebook under Ghost. I think she changed it to Karmic Path now, but she did a remote viewing and she said, oh my God, you have 250 attachments on you. And I'm like, what the heck is that? But when she did it, she wiped out my memory bank of my remembering anything. Does that make sense? So I know 80s and 90s music like the top of my head, but I have to write everything down after the trauma due to loss of memory for what she did. But what she did is she cleansed the house and me. And then my grandma comes to me in a dream state. I didn't know all this stuff and I'm trying to learn as I go. So, the empath thing is just way too much because I'll be in like Walmart, say, and I have all that energy and I'm like, oh my God, it feels like a car battery. You're drained because I ground myself. It's too much energy.
Maggie, this is what I want you to practice in the mirror, okay, baby?
I'm taking pictures to show
Look,
Jamie.
You shut the hell up and you listen. This is what you put in the mirror. I'm trying to help you.
Don't you get just
no swiping! Swiper no swiping! Swiper no swiping! Swiper no...
It'll
Maze or fear.
Do you know I don't go to bed till like 4 or 5?
Oh,
and
neither do we.
Sleep and then I'm up again. But you know what? I'm used to that pattern. That's the way they run it. The veil is lifted at that time, 1 and 5. That's why when you hear, I think Ethan's mom, it was like between that time is like a dark time.
The 2 o'clock hour is the dark time. But and then see, then all the pro burgers out there like, see, Ethan's mom even said 2 o'clock in the hour, the 2 o'clock hour. So she knows that they were killed earlier than that. I was like, you're such a fucking fucktard. Are you serious? I'm sorry, I'm terrible.
It's okay. I just couldn't type all that out, and I didn't know how to use the phone to do this because this is my first time on a panel.
It's your first time. You know how many times that we've had a first time person on the panel? Give it up. Give it up, Maggie. Give it up. Woo! Another one. All right, here we go.
Technology savvy.
All right, can you fix Maggie scared now? She's really scared. I'm not going to lie, but I like to laugh at her.
Don't be scared.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Maggie. I'm going to shut up.
Your third eye's open, and when you're asleep, that's how you transmit information. Yep, Barbara's right.
I see dead people.
I don't see them. My friend sees them, but I feel and hear them. They talk all night long. They chatter.
I see dead people. I guarantee you guys, Maggie is crying her eyes out right now.
I didn't want to scare anybody.
I know her. Like, she's like, oh, honey, we can't sleep anymore.
I didn't want to scare anybody, but you know what? I've done the dark mirror thing for Reiki when I got my crystals. And she's like, just go and turn the light off, like dim, and put your face up against the mirror and see what reflection you get back. I don't want to do that again.
I would get some
Amy,
blonde.
can you see the mirror? Can you see the mirror on the screen?
I see the feathers, right?
Oh, is that okay? Is that a good sign, Jamie?
Where's the mirror at?
That is the mirror. You're looking in the mirror. It's as big as the wall, Jamie.
Are you talking about where the feathers are at?
Yeah,
it's a reflection.
Just took a picture looking, and that's the reflection of my room.
The leaves. I'm sorry, not feathers. I would say feathers because I get feathers outside or inside. Like outside.
Yeah.
of different colors.
Is that all right? There's not on there, Jamie.
I guess that's okay. I just
Oh
don't.
God, you're taking your time about it, Jamie. Are you sure?
The whole
I,
picture is picture reflection. Oh yeah, my mirror is totally different. I guess we have different mirrors.
What do you mean?
I personally see
Mirrors,
dead
mirrors.
people.
Oh,
Do you
shut
really?
up, you, Leanie. I've just said to Alec, look, oh, well, since I've got a museum on, I said, I can't go to bed tonight. Can you take a picture in that mirror? And he went, no, I'm not taking no picture. I said, please, I'm not going to sleep. He went,
Oh,
no.
April T. She probably comes to you in a dream state. Or she moves things around. My grandma moves my pictures around all the time in my crystals.
Yeah, that picture there is a full mirror reflection.
Mm.
I'm sitting on my chair and I've just took the picture from me on my phone.
I don't see anything because my mirror is totally different.
Oh, that's good. I'll take it off now then in case you're doing 2 minutes time. Hang on. Oh God, Jamie, you've got me nerves shattered.
April,
Yeah, mirrors
hey,
and portals, Aussie true crime. Absolutely.
Well, hang on. I want to know why your mirror's different. A
yeah,
mirror's a mirror. And didn't you say you were a co-host on a channel?
Me?
Yeah, you were.
yeah.
Didn't you say you were a co-host? I know
Oh,
what you're saying. It's your first time up here. I thought you said you were a co-host.
oh, I used to do Michelle Lee's channel, yeah, for the Idaho 4. She's crazy. She took everything down a while back.
But you said this is the first time on panel. Oh,
No,
on this panel.
I've never been on a panel. No. I used to be in chat and do pictures for her and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. She's crazy. She's the one that stalked Kara. Michelle.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was good seeing you and so nice meeting you, Wicked Witch of the Midwest, Nikki.
Oh yeah. Nice to meet her.
I
Oh,
didn't
no,
know
you're
my
not.
closet doors
Oh
are
no,
all
you're
mirror.
not. You'll have to wait for me. Oh no, I'm staying down here on my own.
Yes, Barbara. And if your cat
Oh
is
no,
in there,
stop,
might be a
stop
portal.
growling in that corner.
What the hell are you
Sorry,
talking about?
Sorry, I'm talking.
Who the hell are you talking about? Does anybody know what's happening on this channel?
I thought I was on mute. Alex just said he's going for a shower. I said, oh no, you're not leaving me in here by my own. He said, you've got the dog. I said, she'll stop barking in the corner.
Yeah, closets are a portal too. My cat lays in there and I asked my friend nothing and she said no.
Oh my God, now a closet?
Listen, can I portal over to England to go hang out with my friend?
Wouldn't that be fun?
I want to I'm gonna go into the closet and say, let me in. I'm gonna knock.
Visit 6 dimensions at night.
Oh no, I listen, I can barely handle the dimension I'm in. I'm staying right here. There's no more. I have no desire to be in anybody else's dimension anywhere. Just gonna stay here. No, that's not me. right here. It's all listen, but what I want to do is go knock on the mirror and say, let me in, because take me to England to my mags.
Yeah.
April, can you see me now? Maggie, you okay, honey?
Not
she didn't check in. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could teleport?
I've just sent you the picture. My hand's so good.
I stay too long on the other side. That's the problem. I don't ground myself. I'm like at night or like when I do get some sleep, I'm on the other side too long. Ancestors, grandma, everybody. But if I want that cord cut, which I've been trying to get rid of these gifts, I want to put them on dorm, like never happen again. I don't have that connection. And a lot of families are depending on help. I want to help crime victims, families.
Why don't I ever get to talk to somebody who's got the magic potion for getting rid of fat and shrinking your boobies? And I mean, listen, everybody wants to help crime victims. My whole body is a crime scene.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Send me the right way. No, I'm just messing with you. Just messing with you totally. Maggie, are you okay?
Yes.
All right, we'll talk about something else. I'll BRB. I need to smoke. And I'm going to go talk to that mirror over
Oh.
there about getting to you. You're going
Shut
to be
up.
fine.
Just don't stay too long in front of that mirror. They
Oh,
start.
I don't. It tells me too many things that I didn't know about myself, like I got ugly. All right, be right back.
Yeah,
Nah,
don't too
no.
many mirrors myself. Don't too many mirrors myself. So when did this gift start then? Tell me, Jamie.
19 when that happened, and I found Laura, but I didn't understand what is going on. So I don't know anything but the spirit world.
Oh my God. So what was your very first experience?
I would say Idaho 4 was pretty big. They wouldn't leave me alone for like a month, maybe 2. And I kept seeing a white car before it was like described. And I
Do you
think
ever get anyone you know or that you knew?
I
You know.
think different. I think I think they come to me. Like my best friend, we're not best friends anymore, but I was doing her Kansas mom's case, and I said it's going to be a white trailer. And before they at first this show that I put together, and I'm not going to mention her name, but when she got to that town, I saw black around her, and I said, I gotta put a shield up because it's really bad energy. She started
Oh.
going to look for the Kansas moms. I said, no, you're not gonna find them. And she started messing around. They're called the misfits back there. They don't believe in the law. And I said, if you take one more step forward, they're gonna shoot you, because they did it on a live. They said, if you mess with us, something's going to happen. And she didn't take one step. She turned around, and I said, you got to believe me. I'm letting you know what's going on. They're not alive. And she goes, this is a lie, because when they found the car, it was not oil or nothing. It was blood. It was a hammer that came off of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then I said, you're going to want to, and later on when everybody was trying to find them, I said, you can't find them. I think they're going to be over by a river ditch or something. Ended up, I don't know if you know the story, it's disgusting, but it was a white trailer, exactly what I saw. And I had a dream. The guy's name was McIntyre. He was the judge, but come to find out, the 2 girls that were behind me, I didn't know they were dead yet. I had that dream, and I said, I can protect you. Hang on. This guy goes, give me those women behind you. And I'm like, no, can't. And then one of them told me, he's in on it or something. And they got the 6 misfits. Well, there's 5, but I still think there's 6. And they found the girls, and exactly like I said, word for word.
Oh
And
my God.
yeah, you weren't going to find them alive, because I already knew they were already dead. But
Have you ever give any information to the police, and has it ever worked out that you were right? If they, because a lot of them don't believe, do they?
I
Or
feel like the niece put me in contact with her aunt, and we've been best friends for a year, but we're not friends anymore. I think Veronica wanted to tell the story and how I can get connected to the family, and I helped them. And tarot readers were like, you were supposed to be in this person's life for that family. And Veronica kept showing me one more thing of a puzzle piece. There's a gun missing from Julian. Come to find out that it is, all I got was the land where they found him. It's in that area, the gun that's missing to that whole puzzle piece.
oh my God. But did you ever give the police the information and it worked out?
Not
It
really.
worked
I'm
out.
trying to stay quiet because um I knew the family,
All right.
but I don't promote I kept it quiet of who
Yeah.
my best friend was. And Veronica doesn't come to me because we're not friends. I blocked her.
Yeah.
But Veronica wanted to show me, what went on and stuff. If you ever want to look up that, it's Kansas City mom's murder last year.
Kansas
Yeah, it
City.
was sad. It was sad. Let me jump in chat real quick. Lunch Lady says she dropped one of her pizzas before she got it in the oven and burned 2 others because she was modding. You ain't getting nothing for that, girl. Don't even try to get reimbursement here because we're poor. We run a very low budget program around here, Lunch Lady. You know that. You have to give me my songs for free. Can you imagine? No disrespect, but disrespect to those that interfere in things that they shouldn't, especially when they know they're scamming. But imagine all of these crimes, including the Idaho 4, all these quacks that are reaching out to the police. I mean, because even Sylvia Brown, she was well known in the 80s. I mean, she was the it list of the psychic, and it turned out everything the girl said was a fucking lie. It was a lie. And she died broke, and she died I mean, she was exposed. It was terrible. And
How
people
can
like
they do
that
though, to prey on people that are
prey on
insane?
people. That's exactly, because there are people that are very much in such a distraught way that they're looking for any. I remember when my mom died, I went out. When I finally got home that morning, I went out and it was freezing cold. But there was no snow. It was just freezing cold. And I was like, God, please, just because she passed unexpectedly. And I was like, just show me just like one I call them red birds. You guys know they're cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
And I call them red birds. And I'm like, please let me just have one red bird, please, for my mama. I'm not lying to you guys. I didn't see not one red bird, but that didn't make me stop believing God. I just walked inside, got me a coffee, went back out to smoke again. And I'm not lying when I say this. I'm not lying. It looked like every bird in the whole city of Noblesville came and sat in my trees. I mean, they were everywhere. I've got it on video. I'm not lying to you. I got it on video. And I was like, I mean, I just asked for one cardinal. I got the whole nation of birds out there. And there was a red bird. It was way up, but I didn't find it till later. But I was so thankful just to see all the little brown birds everywhere. I was like, I didn't ask for all that. I didn't deserve that. I mean,
that's lovely. That
so
they do.
So that's my thing. I was so desperate. So I imagine people being so desperate, just looking for something from their loved one, and then these people that are just fakes, they come out and they give them false hope, and then to find out
horrible.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
I telling her aunt, "Are you okay with me giving you this?" And she's like, "Yes, yes." And everything added up because Veronica showed me her thumbs up to a puzzle piece that she's holding, and come to find out that's what they used to do together when they were younger, was do puzzles. And there was one piece missing, and that was the gun. So everything came to me from that dream to tell her.
So can we just real quick, Miss Barbara said, Leanie, I have heard time travel is not safe. Miss Barbara is my YouTube mama, and I'm gonna have to get you up here because if you time traveled, I want to hear all about that on another live. No, on another live. But it is Kohberger Wednesday, so I want to get back to the Kohberger thing. But I want to ask you one more time, just for those that have not been in here, can you tell us what you believe that you heard? I know you've turned them off and you don't like talking about it that much, but do you mind telling the chat one more time what you believe came from the victims of Idaho?
Are you talking about what Kaylee showed me?
Yeah, whatever anybody showed you, said Maddie is lost and Kaylee. Yeah.
So Kaylee said dressed in all black. Is that the one you want me to read again?
I just whatever has the whole thing, whatever you have to do with Kohberger.
Oh yeah. So he was dressed in all black, and Maddie or Kaylee heard a creak at the door. So Bryan came in, and they struggled with the knife. He dropped it because that makes sense why he came back, right? The sheath. And a couple of times he asked before this happened, I could get you better grades. I don't know where that came from, but it all will tie in later. We were just stalked for a long time, is what Kaylee said. We were turning Bryan into the sheriffs for harassing us. I don't know if that ever came out, but maybe. Kaylee is the strongest energy that came forward with this information. Dylan was in shock. So maybe, they were all stalked, but she didn't know anything or have anything maybe to do with it at the time. But maybe the knife is like around the tree or a creek by a tree. Just, I know a tree is involved. And the murders. So she also told me in that dream that is Kaylee's hair and not Murphy's.
Do you mean that? Do you think she's talking about the hair that was found in Bryan Kohberger's house? They said that they believe they found a dog hair there.
Yeah.
But there's also some other hair that they had pulled.
Right. See, and then she gave me like these numbers, and I wonder if it's a code to that locker, like a different locker, if you think about it. Because I just wrote all these codes down, and I'm like, I don't even know these numbers. I've never seen them in my life. I just channeled that. It's really weird.
But he could have lockers.
You're right.
He could have things that they haven't even found yet. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And then I do remember someone saying something about, isn't there that there's a lake or a river over there?
Voice codes. You're right. Voice codes.
There's a lake or river over there, and it's like Duck River or Duck Lake or something like that. And there's another one that's named that over in Pennsylvania as well, which is really weird. And then you said something about Kaylee had told you that they were being stalked, and that's what Steve Gonsalves came out early on and said that Kaylee had told her parents that she felt like she was being watched. And that's why Steve Gonsalves in the beginning believed that Kaylee was the intended target. And I've always said, no, it was not Kaylee. Kaylee was not supposed to be home.
Right. I just know that something was just like something about grades.
That's weird. I mean,
that's
it makes it what was this before Bryan Kohberger was arrested?
Yes.
Well, maybe she told you something like that to look towards a teacher.
Yeah, it could be there. Oh, there's your sign and the white car. I was like, oh my God, it's a white car. But I didn't know CVC had already had that later on, 2 weeks whatever later. She showed me a white car. I didn't even, I mean, I just went on that case to just be on it, right? And that's when they come. When you
is this what you do on YouTube, is just go around to the crime channels?
No. I go
okay.
I mod tarot channels. I just happen to see the Kohberger, I just happen to see the trial back up, and
okay.
I'm on a couple of like Tanya's, but
because I just like to put out there that we're not a true crime channel. We talk true crime, but this was just a case that a lot of the subs were interested in. I've always been interested from the beginning. So we just said, let's just do it. And I mean, we may do another one. We've covered a couple of true crime things, but they're usually things that have already been solved, because I refuse to make any money off of these cases. And so we've brought up other murders and stuff like that I know, because they're overseas, in England or Australia and things like that. But so we've done that, but I just don't want people thinking, oh, great, Leanie's on this true crime. No, no, it takes too much work. If you're going to do it right and you're going to be honest, and find your own content, it's hours and hours of research. And I'm just not going to dedicate that much time to YouTube unless somebody's getting naked and drunk.
I used to do a channel, and it was a lot of work. I used to mod over a year with it, and I did not know that it was going to get nasty with that channel and to attack to attack a family of the murder victim.
Oh yeah.
But I quit.
Well,
I quit.
well, it's proven. I've proved it myself that if you go against the grain and you're making up all these theories and you're attacking everybody but Kohberger, you're going to be a bigger channel.
I'm sorry, I hit something. Yes, I agree. That
So
not meant to attack the family. And when it started doing that and accusing, and that creator stalked the family, I quit. I threw in my wrench. I got rid of that. I unsubscribed. I blocked the person. I was not having it. And then I got with people of the murder victim and helped them.
yeah. Well, I find it very interesting, and I'm so glad we have met you and that you came up here and talked to us about that. I mean, there's a lot of people interested in it, I know. And I hope you stick around.
Yes, thanks
We've
for
enjoyed
inviting me.
it.
That was my first time up on a panel.
Oh, you're welcome. It's not that hard, right? It seems everybody.
Not that hard. I have this new iPhone and everything at the bottom. On my old iPhone 6, like 12 years ago, used to have everything at the bottom. Well, this is everything at the top. I get confused.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm on the phone.
Okay. I'm going to read this other paper because I found what I wanted to. Maggie may be too tired. She's 5 hours ahead of us, so she's already at 11 o'clock there. So I'm going to read this other portion that I found that I told you guys that I can prove to you that we haven't heard enough from. We haven't begin to break the ice on Bethany's statements. And I want to show you guys where I found that at. So I'm going to let you drop down. Thank you so much. And you're welcome up anytime, Jamie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie.
If they come in,
chase out of me. Oh, Jamie.
Nice to meet you. Do I hit the leave button?
Take care.
Thank you so much. I know.
You're welcome. It's been fun.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
love.
Good job on panel, y'all. She did great on panel.
Thank you. I co-host Sykes Awakens Tarot, and I've never been on his panel but one time, but my friend walked me through it, but that was a while back. I couldn't figure it out. I was echoing from the computer to the phone. I'm like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, you got to turn off one of them. You got to turn off one of them.
Now you know, Jamie, you'll be on the panel all the time now.
Thank you so much, though. Thank you for your warm
No, thank you. We enjoyed it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, guys. So I wanted to go ahead and bring this up, Mags, because this is important. Like I said, we've read, at least I know I have read all, if not mostly all, of the documents, except for like the ones that where they're the judge is putting his John Hancock down for to y'all, I'm getting tired. To freeze or hide one of the motions or something. I can't even think of the word right now. I'm so
you
sorry.
go get yourself a cup of coffee, girl.
I got it right here, girlfriend. I'm fixing to have you read this, and we're gonna be good.
I'm not having empathy for you.
Oh, fuck off, Maggie.
I'm fucking never getting over it.
Maggie, you know you're my heart. Now I'm gonna go talk in the mirror and try to get to you tonight.
Shut up, too.
So I'll just move Alec.
One more time.
I'll move honey out of the bed. I'll be like, I got Mags. Go sleep on the floor.
Well, just think of this. When I go to bed and Alec goes out like a light, and I'm sitting there, right? And I'm going, let's try and listen to YouTube, but out the sides of my eye, I can see out the door onto the landing because I can't sleep with my door shut. I'm going to be thinking, I'm seeing all kinds. It's going to be the worst night of my life. I'm going to have to put the duvet over my head. I'll be sweating. I've done that before, and I just stick my nose out so I can breathe. And I will
just
not
call
come
me.
out
I'll
that
be up. I'll
duvet
stay up
till
all
about
night long
6
with you.
o'clock.
I'll stay up all night long with you.
Well, yeah, made up for you.
Shut the hell up, Maggie. Next time I just won't answer.
Good. I'm in a terrible mood. Sorry, I invited her up. No offense, Jamie.
No, she's good at what she does. She is.
Yeah,
All
she
right,
does.
so let's Maggie, are we big?
No, well, yeah, you're big, but I can't see. I
Don't
don't know
talk
whether
about
it's
my
my.
weight like that,
Don't know whether
Maggie.
it's my. Don't know whether it's
That's
my
rude.
glasses,
Rude.
but I'm having difficulty. I don't know
Did
whether
y'all
because I'm
hear?
tired.
Did you hear
What
Maggie
did I
calling
say?
me fat?
Shut
Yeah,
up, I
it's
did.
yeah, you're big. Maggie, I can read it if you can't. It's
No, go
not a
on.
big
I'll have a
deal.
pair. If I
Okay,
can't, I'll stop.
let me figure out where we're gonna. All right, so this is about DM's interviews. Okay, there's something in here when I found this interview, when I found this paperwork in here again that I didn't catch. I think I've heard it before, but I didn't catch it. But it tells me right away we haven't even scratched the surface of what DM and BF talked about that night, nor have we really even scratched the surface of what Bethany uh
It's being load redacted.
yeah. So if we could just start right there and it's some read.
Okay.
If you get too tired to do it, then let me
Okay.
know.
DM also drew the mask for the interviewer. While drawing, she gave a consistent description of the mask and noted the eyebrows. I don't remember if I saw one or two. Like it was just weird. DM explains that she had scary lucid dreams, but she would always know she was dreaming. When she saw the intruder, however, she did not fully understand whether it was a dream or not. She also indicated that when she first saw the intruder, she thought he might be a fireman. On December 29th, 2022, defendant was arrested in Albertsville, Pennsylvania. The following day, on December 30th, 2022, 47 days after her first interview, DM was interviewed by Idaho State Police detectives Del something 9. They asked DM whether she had seen a picture of defendant. She stated she had seen the mugshot, but had no clue whether defendant was the person she saw in her house. She explained, "From what I remember, I just remember seeing this figure that was like not fat, obviously, but more of like the skinnier tone build and some mask on. I don't know what the mask exactly was, but when I thought about it, it was just like covering here and there. I don't know if it was covering his mouth, his nose, or below his mouth and nose. I just remember knowing that he was white, but I didn't know how he was white. I just know he was. And this knowing, there's like, I know he had looked at me because of the bushy eyebrows. That's all I remember. But I have no idea what he looked like. I don't like, when I looked at his picture, nothing came back to me at all. So, like, I don't know. I feel like if I saw that, my mind would be like, oh, yeah, that's him. But I don't remember at all.
Now I'm going to stop right there. Listen, you're not going to hear anything from me about that. Like I've said before, this was 47 days after her first interview. 47 day, her first interview, of course, was the 13th, the day that the murders took place. A lot of things are going to come and go in her mind. Some things are going to make sense. Some things are going to get, and that's for anybody, not just Dylan. It's for anybody who's been through any type of trauma. Um, you're standing in the middle of what's reality and what's not, what your heart and your mind wants you to believe, especially when it comes to death. You hear people all the time say, I just can't believe they're gone. Like it's just the oddest feeling. So I'm giving her grace. I believe firmly 100% that the police are much smarter than me and you. No offense, but I believe they are smarter than me and you. And I think they did their due diligence. And I think they checked every one of these people out, because you have to imagine the very first people. And I think JB will back this up. JB, for those of you that don't know and that are new around here, J. Brad, she is a former FBI agent of 20 years, retired. And there's shit. She knows shit. She does. And I think she would agree. The very first people the police ever looked at were the roommates, and then the people that were in the house when the police arrived. And then, because that's how they start. They start in and they work their way out, and the circle gets bigger and bigger and bigger. They don't start all the way out. Like, that's not how that works. They start from the inside and work their way out, eliminating people. All right. So let's keep going with this. And if you guys just listen to the first sentence, first paragraph here, you'll understand what I'm saying about Bethany.
And guys, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading like that. That's the way it's written. I'm reading the way it's written, in case you think I'm up the wall the way I'm reading.
Yeah, she definitely talks like as young as she is. All right, so
When
just the
asked
blue.
when asked whether she told BF he might have a big nose, DM stated, "All I remember, but I don't remember a big nose at all. Like, at all. That's like, all I remember is like some bushy eyebrows in all black and some sort of mask. But it wasn't like one of them circles. But it wasn't like one of those circle ski masks. That's all I remember."
All right.
I
So let's
thought it
stop it.
was.
Let's stop it right there. So she says, when asked whether she told BF that the male had a big nose, DM states, "All I remember, but I don't remember big nose at all." But that just goes to tell me the police were asking her that because she had probably texted that to BF, or they talked
Yeah.
about it in the room. And now I do remember somebody saying something about the nose, or that she lied about the nose, because first she told BF she had it. Now we don't know that for sure. I don't even know that for sure. But there's no reason why a cop would ask her if she told BF that, if BF hadn't mentioned it. So, we've definitely seen pictures where people have put masks, a lava mask over Bryan Kohberger. I don't know how to say that word. How do I say it, Maggie? I'm never going to remember the word. Kalaba. That
What word?
mask, that kalaba baba.
Oh, the balaclava.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, that thing. So, and Maggie has, put it on. I like my saying better, but anyways, and you guys, there's really no way of knowing. Also, if we kept reading this, Deanne says that she cannot tell you, she couldn't remember at this point if there was a light on in the kitchen or if it was the bathroom light. And then this is stuff that the defense is writing. This is one of their motions that they had filed with the court. But they brought up the fact that it may not have been the bathroom light, and it may not have been the kitchen light. It could have just been the neon sign that was in the living room behind him, right? So, if these kids were anything like you and me, most of us housewives, I leave a light on in the kitchen. It's usually over the stove or over the sink, or even if I turn those off, I've got little fairy lights in there. So it's lit up, in the mornings. And so I don't think that's I think the only way it matters about where the lighting was is this. If the kitchen was dark and he's coming from Xana's way with the lighting behind him, The front of him is shadowed. It becomes a shadow in front of the light. If the kitchen light was on, the whole kitchen light, overhead kitchen light, then the side of his face, until he pivots that little bit to go into the kitchen, the side of his face the light would be shown. And then the side of his face that's closest to DM in her room is going to be shadowed. We know how light casts. Okay. So when you hear first DM says, I saw two eyebrows, but I think I only saw one, but maybe it was two or whatever. It depends where the lighting in that house is because at first she's not going to see if there's no light in the kitchen, she won't see anything until he gets up closer to her. Because like I said, he's the shadow in the light behind him. And then when he pivots to go to the kitchen, right? So if there's a light in the kitchen, she's going to see the side of his face that's closest to the kitchen, and the other side of his face is going to be in a shadow. It's in the dark. So yes, she's probably only going to see the eyebrow of his right side before he pivots right and goes out the door. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you hear that and people are just like, oh, y'all, listen here. Homegirl done made so many lies. It's all coming out now. She can't even get a decision about the bushy eyebrows. She was drunk, probably high. She's in that state where she doesn't know if she's dreaming anymore or awake. God, how many times have I been in that? And the lighting makes a huge difference as to if she saw one or two. And it happened that quick. He was hauling ass. He was hauling ass. So I can't, you know what? Even more than Dylan Mortensen, I can't wait to hear Bethany on the stand. I can't wait because we have virtually heard nothing from her. Nothing. And here's the deal. I think it's going to be so cool to hear what Bethany says that DM actually told her. Good night, lunch lady. Love you so much. Can she come back for an interview?
Night,
Absolutely. Jamie, we would love for you to come back for an interview. There's my take on the Bethany stuff. I think that's about all that's out there. I'm asking you to, like I said, you're going to see Kohberger freaking everywhere from now until it's over with. Everybody's jumping on it. Everybody's going to be on it. This is where the money is right now, is in the Kohberger case. And if you're a pro burger, you're making more money. I personally do not monetize any of these at all. So I could say that without malice. I'm not making anything. And I'm happy not to. So what I'm saying to you is you're going to see even a lot of new creators who are just now popping up into the scene that are coming into this, and pay attention to where they're coming in at, because there's a lot of shit they're bringing up that if you weren't here from the beginning, it's going to sound like something new you don't know, because it's something new that they just found out too. And then just use your brain. Use your brain. Think about the scenario, just like with the bushy eyebrows and the lighting. Think about how that looks, just like we did that. Maggie did that brilliant display where Honey, her husband, was holding a knife in a dark room to kind of let us see what it would look like. She did measurements of the knife, and I'm a visual learner. So I'm also a visual thinker. So whenever I hear things like this, I have to sit down, I process everything I heard, I play devil's advocate back and forth, and then I just use common sense. That's it. Just use common sense. That's it. Because guess what? Hi, rapper. Guess what? Not everything is a conspiracy, you guys. Some things are exactly just what they are. Just what they are. And you could pull in an alternative motive. You can pull in alternative perpetrators. You can pull in that the Banfield guys are the ones that did it, but Bryan Kohberger's the not. It doesn't negate any at all of the evidence that is literally stacked up against Bryan Kohberger as being the perpetrator of these crimes. And unless you've got evidence by way of anything coming out of the courts, from law enforcement, from, and you're not going to because it's all under gag, the families, and from the lawyers themselves, that's not evidence and it's not fact to me. Everything I show you, unless I tell you myself, this is just me thinking. I'm thinking out loud. Next week it could change by somebody giving me another thought to think about and try to work it in. Everything I give you is factual, what I find. And I've spent a lot of time at this damn computer looking. So, all right, guys, that does it, I think, for this one. Let's see. Lulu Cooey. I wish more people had common sense too. But, what's your agenda? Is it about making money? Can't use common sense to make money. You got to come up with conspiracy and lies and just flat out fabrications that are just so unreal. Or are you concerned about getting the truth out? If you're concerned about getting the truth out, you're going to do your due diligence and you're going to work at it. And we're all motivated by something different. That's the truth. Jamie, we would love to have you up on panel and get an have a one-on-one interview with you. I love doing interviews, by the way. Absolutely. And I respect your right. If you don't, my type of interviewing is laid back. And if you don't want to answer anything, you just tell me, I don't really want to talk about that. And we'll move on. I'm not gaining or losing other than I'm getting to know you and getting knowledge, which is what I thirst for, is knowledge. Maggie May?
Hello,
Are you
dear.
asleep?
I'm going to sleep. My eyes are burning out my head.
I
feel
know.
like my eyes have been pepper sprayed, Lee.
Well, I will let you say goodnight to everybody and then I will close it out.
Okay. Good night and God bless to everyone. Please try not to let it play on your mind like it does mine. I am not going to bed tonight shitting myself. I'm not one bit. And let me just tell you, I've just remembered that my other half is working tonight. He's not going to be in the same building. He's not going to be in the same building, and I've got to go up the stairs on my own. I'm leaving every light on in the house. You just wait and see. I'm terrified, and he thinks it's so funny.
Maggie, here's the good news though. Our Australian friends are just waking up. So we've got them to deal with all night long. I'll be up for many hours more. So you want, if you're not good, you want to be alone.
Okay. Gail, listen, I'm going to go out like a light. I'm not tired, but I won't stay. I will not stay asleep. That's my problem. But when I wake up, I'm going to be under the duvet. I'm not coming out of it. Not till he gets in that bed. Terrifiedly, you just don't know me. I swear to God, well, you do. But if you knew me, you just understand what way I'm going to be when I get off here. So good night and God bless everyone. Stay safe. Don't look in the mirror. Jamie, thanks for coming in, Gail. And I'll never forget you. Good night and God bless everyone. Good night, Lee. And I'm
Good
made up
night.
for you that you're laughing. Good
I
night,
love
and
you, Mag.
and I hope you get a cup of coffee because I've got loads of empathy for you, Leanie.
Oh, I'm up. So call me if
I
you
love
need
it.
me.
I
I'll
love
walk
it,
you through it.
guys. I love
I
it.
love her too. You my
Good
heart
night.
girl.
You mine as well. Good night and God bless, Lee. I hope you have a good sleep when you go to bed.
You
Good
too,
night,
love bug.
everyone. Good night, Lulu. Good night. Night.
All right, guys, that does it for us. I want to thank the mods for keeping this place happy, selfie. There's a new one for you. Healthy and safe. It's safe and healthy at the same time. Happy, healthy, and safe place to be around here. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jamie, for coming up and talking with us. I enjoyed it. I really would love to do an interview with you. And even of those that sit up there in the naked bushes and don't chat, thank you as well, because if it wasn't for the chat, I wouldn't have a channel. And I appreciate it so much. Big shout out to those that are members of the channel. Thank you for paying the bills, helping me. I'm also a member to my own channel. Helping me and Maggie pay the bills around here. We appreciate you so much for that. And tomorrow we do Q&A Thursdays on the Kohberger thing and just general chat. It's not me pulling up anything unless somebody asks me to. Here's the drill. I will be in a meeting with a VA nurse tomorrow at 3:30. I will talk to Maggie and see if she could run it until I can get here. But if not, pay attention to our community page in case it is canceled. So as of right now, it's okay. If Maggie feels like running it and having some people up, open panel and do it, then that'll be great. But I have got to take care of this with my family. So thank you guys once again for being here. I appreciate you so much. Couldn't do this without you, Mags. You're my heart, girl. I love you so much. Y'all be good or be good at it. If you can't be good at it, do me a favor. Turn on some video and send it to me because I need some content. Love you guys so much. Take care. Bye.
Big heart.